Welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dax Shepard. I'm joined by Monica Padman.
Hi.
Hi. Today we have Alicia Silverstone.
And we're looking at I think, 30-year anniversary of Clueless, which is so exciting. A movie that changed my life.
Yes. Yeah, so 30 years ago, that's 95. Yeah. I got to California in 95. Yeah. And that just seemed like another galaxy, her in that movie. The notion that I got to sit and chat with her would have been unimaginable.
And there were so many iconic LA things in that movie that when you moved here, weren't you like, oh, the valley, like everywhere in LA takes 15 minutes. That's true.
Classic
and true.
15 or 20?
I forget.
Okay. The Crush, Pretty Thing, Batman and Robin, Blast from the Past. She has a new series out now on Acorn TV called Irish Blood.
Which you loved.
I loved. This was incredibly fun. So please enjoy Alicia Silverstone.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
I don't think we've met in the world. Do you have a specific memory?
Yeah.
Oh, save it for the pod.
It's always fun, though, because you always find out if you're nice or mean.
Oh, you have the movie bag.
I do.
How fun.
Wait, what movie bag?
Bugonia.
Oh.
Says it on there.
Oh, they gave out fun bags?
They got a fun bag.
As like a rap president? Oh my God.
I'm surprised they didn't get you a Patagonia something because it sounds so similar.
They could have done a little play on words.
I think it's supposed to be a gardening bag, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Is that what that feels like?
Well,
I don't know, but I just
You're
use
a known gardener. If they got that specifically for you.
I'm not sure. I think everyone got it, but who knows?
That's not a joke. You know, she's a known gardener.
I didn't know that. That's
She
exciting.
is.
I want to become
I've read a lot of interviews with you today, and most of them mention your gardening. Yeah.
Really still?
They really do. Okay, where do you claim that we met?
I feel we met. Now, maybe I've got it wrong.
At the Garden State premiere?
No.
That's a Zach Braff joke because so many people confuse us.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not confused by you two at all.
Okay.
But there was a kind of private dinner, I want to say, with Jonah Hill on over near La Cienega. And on La Cienega, if you go off on that, where that Sally Hirschberger's is that how you say it? You know that?
I think so.
There was a restaurant, and I feel like, James Franco was there. Oh, no, not James Franco. Sorry, Orlando Bloom, and I feel like you were there that night. No, I may have made that up.
I mean, when you paint that picture,
it wouldn't have been a very meaningful moment.
But I really feel like I'd remember, of course. But regardless,
doesn't matter.
When you paint that picture, it sounds very plausible, right?
Yeah,
it does.
Like all the ingredients are there. Jonah Hill, sure, I've been to some dinners with him.
Yeah.
But I'm not remembering that exact one. And I didn't make a scene. You don't remember that much.
No, I think you said something nice to me and that was it.
Okay.
But that could have been Orlando Bloom and I just confused the situation.
If you confuse me for Orlando Bloom, that's a compliment.
Yeah,
he's very good
very
looking.
handsome, very handsome man.
I was just with Rob Lowe on his podcast and he said his memory of our hanging out last was very different than my memory of our hanging out last. So
tell me.
He remembered us presenting, I think, at the Emmys, which I have no memory of.
This is my point, right?
I remembered us spending a day together doing we were both on a show at the same time. I was on Mismatch and he was on whatever show he was doing at the time 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But he was something like that. And we had to do one of those days where they pair, because NBC, I think we were on NBC, and the two of us both were, stars of their shows that were coming out.
Yeah.
So they had us pair to do a lot of sort of things together.
Right. And neither of you know anything about each other's show.
No.
Right.
And so he doesn't remember that day and I don't remember presenting at the Emmys with him, but we believe each other. I mean, I see my magazine covers and I don't remember being there.
Yeah.
I know they happened because I see it. They're showing it to me.
Yeah, there's evidence.
The picture looks sort of familiar, but I don't remember being there at all.
It's so interesting. I mean, memory is weird for everyone, but I do think these environments heighten that issue where it's like, where am I? What am I? Also, they're all heightened experiences, like
Yes.
a photo shoot and stuff. Everyone's staring at, like maybe your brain just sort of wants to get rid of that.
Ooh, that's another aspect. I think in a lot of these situations, you do disassociate. You like in a photo shoot, for instance. I hate getting my photo taken. So when you have those 4-hour photo shoots, I'm just off in some chamber
Lucky
of my
you,
mind.
a 4-hour photo shoot for a boy.
Yeah, that's light, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, I'm so hard to deal with. I think
They want you out.
We're not going to get a good one. Just send him on his way. I didn't even think he can hear us. I don't even know if he's here.
He's mad at everyone.
I had one of those yesterday where my manager sent me a video of him at a concert with a woman. And he was saying, listen, remember this? And it was Rob Thomas's concert. And he was with his wife.
Yes.
And I had forgotten
You were in a
that I
Rob
was
Thomas
in a Rob
video.
Thomas video. Completely forgot.
yes,
It was a nice memory.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh yeah. And then I showed it to my son and he was like, that's you.
Yeah.
How funny.
Anyway.
Okay, so right out of the gates, mom and dad are both from England. They're English. They're proper.
Yeah, and my brother and I are the first Americans in the chain of peoples.
Dee Dee is mom?
My mom is Dee Dee, but she's no longer with us. She's been gone for almost 6 years.
6 years.
This is her necklace.
Oh.
And yeah, but dad's still here. I'm going to see him on Friday.
Okay.
90, almost 92.
Wow.
Oh, wow. How old was mom?
Well, she's 8 years younger than him, and she passed 6 years
So
ago.
84. Oh, no, she died 6 years ago,
would be.
78.
She's 78, yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
bad.
we don't
Yeah.
like that.
Did they meet here or did they meet in England?
They did. My mom was a flight attendant for Pan Am.
Pan Am.
Oh my gosh, this is so meet
Also, that was
cutie.
very elegant too in the 70s.
She was the most elegant.
She
was
was.
so, like, I thought she was beautiful when she was 78, and she was beautiful when she was, my age, and she was just sort of really different than all the other parents, because she wore all Laura Ashley, and just, I don't know if it was Laura Ashley, but that kind of thing. Does anyone even know what that is anymore? It's like that really girly, floral.
Yes.
She would always say, and when I was younger, it was upsetting. She'd say, why are all your clothes black? She just couldn't bear it. So whenever I'd see her, I would try to wear colorful clothes so she could feel good about it.
Yeah, you had a green shirt
Oh yeah, I only
that you
wore
wore
green
for
shirt.
4 years
Forever.
straight.
wow.
Yeah.
Because were
From
you
the
trying
Gap.
to be the opposite of her?
No, I wasn't at all. I was just sort of more, I was born in 1976, and that's when we had a revival of female liberation, right?
Yeah.
That movement. And I think it was in the air because my parents were, my mom couldn't be that way, but people around her were.
Uh-huh.
And I
And
did
you were
it-
in San Francisco?
Yeah. And I did a show called American Woman a long time ago. I played Paris Hilton's grandmother, which was Kyle Richards' mother.
Okay.
And in this show, I really got to remind myself, I felt like my mom. They would go to elocution classes. They would be more, and she wanted to be an actress, the character that I was playing. So anyway, all that's to say that my mom,
She was elegant.
Yeah.
she was elegant.
Elegant lady. And there was there was a real pizzazz. If you were on Pan Am as a stewardess, that's what we called them.
That's what we called it
Stewardess.
then.
Yeah.
Stewardesses.
Now
Yeah.
it's like-
Stewardesses. But they met in England. Were they both Londoners?
No, so they met in the States. They met on they were on an opposite date.
Oh.
My dad was on a date with her friend,
Okay.
and she was on a date with, they were on the and then
Okay.
they switched apparently by the end of the evening.
Oh,
my
wow.
gosh.
Mhm.
Was it a double date?
A double date.
Okay. It was a double date.
That
They're
turned into a double
paired, and then-
dare.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Double dog dare?
Yeah, it turned into a double dog dare and then a reverse back by the end of the night.
Wow.
And that was in Florida.
That was in Florida. What were they all doing in Florida?
My dad had moved. He wanted to move to the States for the sunshine, for the better life. And they were in the war, World War II, and so my dad was dodging bombs in the underground. As a young boy, that can't be fun.
Right.
And then my dad wanted to move to the States for this, and he loved the sunshine, so he moved to Florida. And he opened up a sandwich shop in Coral Gable. I think that's what
really?
it's called. And opened a place called Monty's. He had already done this with the restaurant business with his dad before. They were sort of sandwich dinery kind of
Yes.
places. My mom was a flight attendant for Pan Am, and she ended up being, I guess she got stationed in Florida as her base because everyone has a base.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I guess she chose that. She wanted to get away.
All the English love the sunshine.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they crave it.
Yes, they do. I mean, my dad looks really dark. Always. He's always looked like he's really dark.
Okay, like
he's just
Ricardo
been in the
Montalban or
sun.
something.
He's a sun always in the
worshiper.
sun, always.
Wow.
He's a sun guy.
So like our
Sun boy.
skin types don't make any sense because I'm very white.
Yeah.
Is he very white?
No, he's dark, but
What-
it's not his genuine color.
That's what I'm
I've never
yes.
seen his genuine color. I don't think there will ever be a genuine
Where
color.
his tidy whities would be is probably quite white, is my guess.
I know, and I don't want to see that. So
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to think about that.
But he wasn't
maybe I'm gonna
sunbathing
ask him.
nude, I don't
Well,
think.
we don't know.
we probably. He always had a Speedo, always.
So what took him to San Francisco?
I think because he wanted to get into real estate.
Okay.
And that was my mom's idea, the real estate, and that ended up being very good for him. They were in San Francisco. Then when my brother and I came along, we were in San Bruno, then San Carlos. This is all in the Bay Area.
Okay.
And then Hillsborough.
I'm presuming you're moving up the socioeconomic ladder each of those moves. Is that what's
we
happening?
probably were.
Because Hillsborough's nice, right?
Hillsborough's like Beverly Hills.
Oh, wow.
But we were a little hillbilly-ish in our, keeping up with the Joneses. Like we had a nice house and we
Yeah.
had a nice car. My dad had a nice car.
Yeah.
But we were all counting pennies. Not that it was
Interesting.
bad. It's just that we weren't like,
He took on all they could afford.
yeah, we went to Sizzler every week. We went to
Yeah.
Sizzler for dinners.
I
And
love Sizzler.
Benihana was the big once a year
Oh,
Birthday
activity.
yeah.
So when I was 16 and my agent took me to a restaurant
Yeah.
that wasn't
Yes.
Sizzler or Benihana,
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, you thought the options were either all the food was out in a salad bar
Yeah.
or it got made at your table.
Yeah, that was the only option.
This third option that they were going to make it backstage and then bring it out. The whole
Did you
new-
feel like you didn't belong in that like fancy environment? Like, did you feel like, oh, we're pretending?
We didn't care about that stuff. Like my
Right.
mom was so anti-materialism. So, I grew up with she was an environmentalist without knowing it. Like she wasn't trying to protect the earth. She just was absolutely anti-waste.
Interesting.
So it was like, because of the war. She said, remember the war all the time.
Oh, wow.
Because she also went through the war. And so they
Yeah.
knew there's just a different awareness of being responsible and thoughtful about your money, about your resources, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which I wish everyone had. And so she had it naturally. So I would, she would save everything. So I don't think that it was, I just saw that the other friends
Right.
were a lot more like indulging and some had a lot more.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really a thing. Like it didn't,
Didn't bother you.
America's a
yeah.
really unique place where you can be rich and then feel super poor.
Right. Exactly.
Like there's so many people we know that like they lived in a really nice neighborhood, but they could barely be there or they couldn't be there. It was so stressful, and everyone else seemed to be flying to Aspen on planes.
It's a lot. There's so much comparison here too. So that's part of it.
Yeah, just these huge gaps that can exist.
And I think like that my dad was doing well. He just was really thoughtful. He wasn't, they were just both
Frugal.
they were frugal
Yeah.
and thoughtful and my dad had come from very little. So you don't want to mess, you're responsible.
Yes.
You know what it is on the other side and you know how hard it took you to get there.
Whose idea was it for you to start modeling at 6?
8.
8? Okay.
There was a woman named Pat Forrest who
I like her already.
Pat Forrest.
Great name.
Where's Pat Forrest?
Yeah, it's a solid 80s name.
Yeah, it is.
If you get lost,
Nice.
you forget your keys at school, just go to Pat's house and
Pat
she'll look after you
Forrest.
for 5.
So Pat Forrest lived up the street in San Carlos where we walked to school. It was just right down, literally two houses down to school. And Pat Forrest saw me doing dancing. Like, how kids put on shows. I'm sure you put on shows. We all put on shows. Do boys put on shows to their parents?
Yeah, but it's more like, watch me jump this thing in the driveway. I set up a ramp.
Okay, that's the show.
Yeah. The show is generally vehicular in design.
So the girl shows are dancing or
Yeah.
singing, right?
Yep.
Well, we would do dancing shows. And it was ridiculous, the costumes that we would put on. And one time Pat Forrest was suffering one of these shows. And she said to my dad, she's going to be a star.
Okay.
And now whether or not she had a premonition or she was just being very kind.
Right.
It sounds like a standard thing to say to a parent.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it's probably, but it ended up being somewhat true in her defense. So I think something made them decide that I should go into acting or something.
Yeah.
So I think we got the modeling thing as a door, as a way in.
Yes.
But in my mind, I thought I was an actress, even though I was 8. So I didn't really like that. The modeling thing was not for me. I didn't like it.
But you got a Domino's commercial really early, right?
That was once I started acting.
Yes. How old were you when you got the Domino's? And before we even explore Domino's, you should know Monica and I still swear by we love Domino's.
Oh.
There is a place for Domino's.
No, not for me.
There's a place.
I could have guessed that, but I'm just wanting you to know how
You love it.
How we feel so,
You feel really
heartwarmed by
Now,
it.
why? Is it the nostalgia or do you really think they make good pizza?
Well, they make a beautiful pizza
Okay.
and
The square, the
thin and crispy,
crust.
extra
Okay.
sauce.
It's so
Maybe I should try a
good.
vegan one. See
you
if they
should
do a
try.
good job.
They have gluten-free now, which I get down with.
Okay.
And did I
You can. I can eat a whole one of those.
I did it, by the way.
Recently.
Remember I just said I gained 14 pounds
Yeah.
in the last 3 days in
It was
Nashville?
from one.
It was from a
Domino's.
series of days.
I hear ya.
One of them included.
One of them was a Domino's order.
Really?
Like I'm like, fuck everything. I'm
Yeah.
going hard.
Sometimes, yeah, this happened to me sort of recently too, where I like got home from a party and I was like, there's only one thing for me to do tonight, and it is order Domino's. Like I have to have it.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
It was so good.
They're not even a
Good.
sponsor.
No, they
Well,
are.
they should
they
be.
are.
They
at
are.
this-
Oh, they are.
It would
Okay.
make
That's
sense.
not why
This
we're
sounds
doing
like
it.
a full-blown advertisement.
We've been talking like this for years.
Well, that's why they
Exactly.
they love us.
We genuinely love the product. Okay, so how old were you when you got the Domino's commercial?
I was 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was a big jump. My dad and I he took me to the theater all the time. So I loved the theater.
Yeah.
And I never had any intention of being in movies or TV. I didn't know anything about that. Was just loved the theater.
Yeah.
Did some stuff at school, and then he got me into an acting class with this woman, Judy O'Neill, who would come to the San Francisco with a group of kids, and I was a young kid.
Yeah.
And they were like 17-year-olds and 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
and
Intimidating.
18. It was so exciting.
Yeah.
And like, oh my God, so juicy and therapeutic. Everyone was crying about stuff and didn't like their parents, and it was juicy. It was
Yeah,
like,
They're
oh,
mining.
angsty.
yeah, this felt like, oh, this feels like my people or something. This is
Yeah.
more interesting and deep and crazy. I want to be a part of this. So I just was enjoying these classes. I was terrible.
Okay.
And because there was a boy in my class
Okay.
who I had a
Always a
huge
boy.
crush on.
Okay. How old was he?
So Jonah Blackman was
Shout out
he,
Jonah.
He danced with Baryshnikov.
Oh.
He was in a milk commercial, Got Milk commercial. He was a star.
Those?
Yes, and did he have an incredible physique from all that dancing? I
mean,
imagine
probably,
he did.
But
Yeah.
he was very much not playing on my team. And
Okay,
I thought,
sure.
but he wasn't, he and Jonah has said that he has been with women since, so like not fully, but mostly likes men.
Okay.
Yes.
But at the time I thought we were in love. Do you know that song? It Must Have Been Love.
Yeah.
Do you remember that song?
Must have been love.
That was our song.
But it's over now.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So Must Have Been Love was our song. And I was pining for him when I was in England in a camp, like just dying for Jonah. But Jonah and I were best friends. And I would tell everyone he is not gay.
Uh-huh.
And then one day, it turned out that he was.
Did you feel betrayed? You're like,
I did
yeah,
for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because we had been friends for so long. And I just thought, why did I've been fighting people on this for like 4
Exactly.
years now? And he was like, listen, it's not my fault. I didn't know.
Right.
I was like,
But now
that's fair.
you look like a chump.
I look like a chump.
You're right.
Yeah.
Text your ass can't catch.
Exactly.
But we also did kiss. Like, I think, I'm pretty sure we did. Like,
I
I
hope
remember
so.
that we liked each other a lot. And
Yeah.
I don't know, there's a lot of Jonas Blackman stories. But anyway.
But you were obsessed with him.
I was obsessed with him, so I couldn't pay attention in my class. I
Okay,
just, I
wow.
would
He's
giggle
powerful.
and like
Not to be, this is
distracted.
very Cher. not to go there this early, but wow.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
lot to pull
And then
from.
one day I got it together and I just got good.
Right.
And then I went to LA because they invited me to come to LA with this Judy O'Neill group.
Yeah.
And I lived on a futon in a room with other children.
Oh, really?
Very interesting.
The whole experience.
There's somebody else.
Eric Dane.
Eric Dane. I
Good
knew
job.
Me and Eric Dane.
Yes, we had Eric on the show, and I'm remembering that he was on the futon of somebody's
That would be Judy.
acting,
Yes.
and then and you would come
And he
up
was
as well.
there and he and I were together.
Yeah.
that
Yes.
time.
As romantic lovers.
Let's hope.
I don't
Well, you
think
said we
that-
were together.
No,
I
we-
misinterpreted.
There.
Oh, you were in
no,
the
we
same
were in the
space.
same. We were in the same group
Got
together,
you,
the
got
same
you.
class.
But you weren't romantic.
No, definitely not. I had to
No.
think.
Okay.
He was a lot older than me, and I mean, not that much older than me, but at the time, no, I think I was more interested in Brandon.
Oh,
okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
So
Was he
fun.
also?
no, he's not.
Okay. Yeah. Did you like any straight boys at any point?
Yeah, I did eventually, kind of.
You
I
came
guess.
around.
Who
Who
knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah, so you'd gotten the Domino's commercial at 17.
No, 14.
At 14. You moved to LA at 17 and live on the futon?
No. So sorry. It's complicated business. I moved to LA when I was 14 because I'd gone to do this thing, this acting camp for the summer
Okay.
at Judy O'Neill's house where Eric was.
Okay, great.
And we did a showcase and things started happening. And I didn't understand what was happening, but things were happening.
Yes.
And so then when it was time to go back to school, I went back to school in San Francisco at my school, San Mateo High School, sophomore year.
Yeah.
And I found myself having to fly back and forth for these auditions.
Did you know Marshall Tuck by chance?
Yes. Why do you know Marshall Tuck?
Nate Tuck's my best friend in LA, his older brother.
Whoa.
You know Marshall?
Yeah, I remember Marshall.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
I think he was a senior when I was a freshman. Does that check?
I think he and I are the same
because he
age.
was in San Francisco
Yeah,
school.
yeah,
He went to San
Nate-
Mateo High,
Nate-
right?
Yeah, he went to San Mateo, and I think Nate lived in Hillsboro.
Was not very close with Marshall, but he was because he was a senior.
Yeah,
but I
Sure.
remember being
Sure.
invited to parties that Marshall was at with Chad
Ooh,
Sparks.
these are very
J. Marks?
California names.
They are.
Chad,
Chad-
Marsh.
Mechty.
Ooh.
Mechty. Like these were the
Yeah,
boys.
Shredder.
And Marshall.
Bino.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Great
yeah.
name recall.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
I'm
really
They
good.
were all the cute seniors.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
so
memorable.
14 down there. Then things started crook-cacking, and
so
then
I'm
you
going
go.
back and forth and back and forth. It's getting ridiculous.
Yes.
So then we decide to take me and just live for my sophomore year, second semester in Los Angeles.
And who's we? Me and mom, or the
My-
whole gang?
My dad and mom and I
Ah,
Are you an only
got me
child?
off.
And your brother?
My brother was older, so
Oh.
he was already in college.
Oh.
Sure.
And so they were like, let's go there. And I got off the futon, went in, and actually Jonah came and lived with us because I'm remembering he made out with a girl in my bed. So I think
wow.
Jonah.
Yeah, I know, but we
Very
were already
confusing.
we were
Yeah.
already past the whole thing. It was fine.
Okay.
And that is when I'm going to Beverly Hills High now for my second semester of school. At the end of this, and I'm doing the commercial. I did like a pilot. I probably did the Wonder Years at this point.
Oh.
Yes.
And I'm just 15.
Yeah.
And then I auditioned for this so exciting program at Beverly Hills High, which is the dance group. They had a company. I think it was called The Company.
Ooh.
And I wanted to be in this dance company so bad. And I got in, but not in the top 10. There's like an alternates
Okay, sure.
where you get to dance with them, but you're not in. You're just
Okay.
like if somebody hurts themselves, I
Sure,
guess.
of
That's right. An understudy.
But I was so excited. And I got into the drama department, which I was so excited about. Then this is for the next year. So junior year, I'm coming back and I'm going to be in these groups. But
Yeah.
during that summer is when I got the crush.
Okay.
All those plans got destroyed, but other good things happened.
Now, really quick, how was the transplant from San Mateo to Beverly Hills High? You already said you weren't into fashion.
Not
you,
at all.
You wore a same Gap t-shirt with a pocket on it for 4 years straight.
It's true.
How did you fit in there? Did you feel out of sorts?
Totally.
Yeah.
I definitely remember all the kids seemed, obviously the film Clueless is an exaggeration of the people that were there.
Yeah.
But some elements are pretty accurate. Like
Sure.
all the
Yeah.
girls did have nose jobs, which
Yeah.
is so
Back
disturbing
then,
at that age.
At that age?
Yeah, a lot of
Wow.
them did.
And they drove BMWs.
And they did.
Yeah, like Beverly Hills 90210.
They did. They drove the BMWs. Amy did some research.
Yes, yes.
But so yeah, I went to that school and I still wore my sweatpants. I still wasn't into any fashion. I still was doing my green t-shirt and I just didn't.
Did you make friends?
I did. They just were really, 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 they came from really wealthy.
Yeah.
We were living in an apartment building that is on the very cusp to count as Beverly Hills.
Sure. Like on Robertson or something.
Right off of La Cienega, where you meets Wilshire.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
that intersection? Right there is Lapeer or something. And that street is a little apartment building we lived in.
Okay.
Wow.
Whereas these girls lived in massive mansions
Yes.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills.
in Beverly Hills.
They were going to Aspen at Christmas on a jet.
I think
stuff
so.
like that. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so when you look back, you must have this feeling all the time. I have it so often, which is like I'm watching the Britney Spears documentary and I'm remembering how paparazzi followed her.
Yeah.
And I'm watching then on late night talk shows, people calling her a slut, calling
on talk shows?
oh my God,
Yeah.
calling Monica Lewinsky a fat slut, like really going
horrible.
hard when I watch these docs. I'm like, oh wow, I lived through that and it didn't seem crazy at the time and now it seems insane, right? So similarly, like when I look at The Crush, I'm like, look at the premise of this fucking movie. You're 14.
15.
I think you're 14. As in the
The character.
The character.
Yes. Okay. I thought
as
that
written.
Yeah. No, she's 14.
She's 14.
Yeah.
She gets a huge crush on a 28-year-old.
Yeah.
And tries to seduce him.
Yep.
I mean, this is bonkers.
But it's like American Beauty a little bit.
I know, and there were so
was
many
Lolita.
of these.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Lolita.
Like if it's Fatal Attraction and Lolita mixed together.
Right.
But you're saying now this would not be acceptable.
Well, just you look at it and you go
Yeah.
like, this is such a
I mean, they might still
bizarre.
make a movie, but probably the takeaways would be much different, right? Like, I don't know what the
It's still
takeaways
such a
were.
male
Like characters.
fantasy that there's some 14-year-old prowling around America that's so
Right.
horny she's trying to fuck a 28-year-old
It's
dude and seduce him. I
true.
mean, that's madness. That's not really happening. But again, I was of that age going like, yeah, this makes sense.
It might be happening if that person probably has trauma, but most likely the man is preying on that 14-year-old.
I mean, look, here's a really dicey one. You won't be saying anything. Don't worry. This will all fall on my
Okay,
shoulders.
good.
But it's like, I'll read a story about someone who got some pictures surfaced and they were in blackface in 85. And I'm like, that's terrible. Also, there was a movie out called Soul Man that we all went and saw in like 87. There was a white guy playing black in blackface to get a scholarship.
Yeah, things have really
Like,
changed.
you at least have to acknowledge the context,
Yes,
which is
context
like
is
there was a
very
movie in
important. It
3,000
is.
theaters
Yes.
of someone in blackface.
Yeah.
But in our culture, nobody wants context. They want
Exactly.
clickbait. They want
Gotcha.
division.
I mean, it's wrong.
They wanna
Don't get me
catch
wrong.
people.
I'm very clearly no
Oh, no.
blackface. But if it's in the Cineplex and you go on that Halloween, you're not at least thinking you're stepping outside of what's the mores are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Probably most of what we all did was not acceptable.
Yeah.
probably did.
All the time.
That's also the thing that
Hold
people
up.
pointing the fingers. It's like, well, maybe look back at your own past. I'm sure there's something there to dig up. Like no one's was perfect.
It's so hard to be perfect.
It is. It's impossible.
But now that we're out of the water, I do look at it and go like, oh, this is bonkers.
No,
there was
I know.
100
There's
movies
a
with like
million
teenage
things.
girls in love with older dudes that I watched. I
that
was like,
men
oh,
wrote.
yeah, that men wrote.
Yes.
Like I did, even the desire of someone that young is you have some insecurities clearly. I'm sorry, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it. You are very insecure as a 28-year-old dude if what you think you
Yeah.
will be matched with is a 14-year-old.
Unless, I mean, I don't know, maybe they've experienced it. I don't know. I don't know all these people. So maybe one or two of them. I don't want to just say across the board they're all bad.
The
Maybe-
writer of this claims that this happened. to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and maybe
okay.
it did. Maybe it did. The Crush. The writer claims that this is a
Okay. So
story out of his real life.
look, there's all kinds of people.
Okay. Anyways, that movie that was a big deal for you.
It was.
Yeah. You were immediately like newcomer MTV Movie
MTV
Award.
Movie
Oh,
Awards.
wow, huge.
Yeah.
Best villain. I was very proud of that. Best villain.
So
Yeah.
that's a problem to me that like the 14-year-old who is
She was very badly behaved, but he
Oh,
shouldn't
really?
have kissed her.
exactly. I'm like, she's
But
the villain.
he really did come. She really stalks him.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
But he shouldn't have kissed her.
She's a kid though.
She's a kid. There are so many problems.
Yeah, this is so
Yes.
like she's not the villain.
But she is in like
In
they
the
both
movie.
like in the she's really badly behaved.
Yeah.
She almost kills someone.
Yeah,
She's
that's
trying.
bad behavior.
She does need to go to a mental hospital.
Yeah.
But like, sure, it's all problematic. Probably.
Yeah, no, she's just sick. She's mentally
I mean, she's trying
ill.
to. She's really working hard to seduce him. She's taking off clothes in front of him.
Yeah.
Like,
She's
Right.
getting
she
naked.
is. He didn't like. He's not pursuing her.
Right.
But he does
I haven't-
He is human.
accidentally for 1 second kiss her back, which was a big Mistake.
Big
Can't do it.
mistake.
Cannot do it.
Cannot do
Because
it.
then she thought they were getting married.
Yes.
Oh, no.
She had already demonstrated that she had a little tenuous grasp on reality, yet
She already did.
he kissed her back.
She was bad. She hurt her friend. She like made her friend fall off of his horse. She's bad.
Okay.
She's no good.
Definitely not normal.
She's not good.
She had some issues. She had some mental
yeah.
issues.
She had some issues.
I will be watching this tonight. This sounds
It's a
great.
good one.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
I really remember, of course, the Aerosmith video, which were those cast out of LA?
Well, Marty Callner, the director, who remained my dear friend all the way up until he just passed,
Okay.
and I love that man so much. Like he talk about mixing up things. You know, he was a 45-year-old man hanging out with a 15-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
We would drive maybe I was 16. We would drive everywhere together. We hung out all the time. Like I'm sure it looked freaking weird, but
Yeah.
he was just totally clean.
A sweet, nice guy.
It was like he thought I was his daughter and he wanted to protect me. And I didn't know any of that. I just thought he was my friend.
Right.
But as I got older, I started to realize like, oh, he's been a solid, healthy figure in my life.
Yeah.
And anyway, he's adorable. So he had seen The Crush with, I think, John Kolodner, who was a big guy at Geffen Records.
Mm-hmm.
And they went and saw it and said, will you be in this video? And I didn't know who Aerosmith was at the time because I was 16 years old. And, Aerosmith wasn't, we all have to be turned. My kid doesn't know who Madonna or Elvis is. Like,
yes. Also, this string of videos you do is actually kind of the rebirth of Aerosmith.
Yeah.
So people don't know, Aerosmith was enormous in the 70s. They went away. Run DMC brought them back for a minute with Walk This Way.
Oh, yeah.
They came back for a minute.
Marty
then they were kind of
directed that.
out of it but that kind of recharged. And then now this crop of music
was a big
is when they come back on the scene hard.
Yeah, hard.
Liv was in one of those 3 videos.
She was in the third one, yep.
The third one.
So I did Crying with Steven Dorff.
Oh, huh?
Where I bungee jump off of the bridge and flip him off.
Yeah.
That was the one that won Best Video of all time.
Yes.
Oh,
To be
my
crystal clear.
God.
Yes, and it deserved to.
What a great
It
accolade.
beat Thriller?
In the Best Video of all time. Isn't that crazy?
I've got beef with that just because Thriller exists.
You can
Thriller
totally have beef with
exists.
that. It doesn't make sense.
But it's a great fucking video. I don't know how they'd pick, but Thriller.
How could they possibly pick?
Yeah, maybe now if they did Thriller came
I'm going to
before
call for a vote. You
should do a review.
I'm going to get a quorum.
But I will say that you can totally do that. I think that what made it different was for the first time a woman was in a video in control and powerful and not like just taking her clothes off.
Yeah, on the hood of a car.
All the videos were like that. Every video was a girl totally naked or whatever,
But did you and Liv have a little something? Did you guys do anything?
We did some stuff, but
did you guys kiss maybe in that video? Did I just infer that maybe?
Oh.
When Marty and I talked about doing this third video and Liv wanted to be in it, he was talking about doing like a strip thing. And I said, I'll be the guy.
Oh, okay,
I said, I want to be I don't want to strip.
Yes.
I'll just be, I had the idea that I'll just be a dude watching her.
Like viewing.
And that will be hot in itself.
Yes.
I don't need to, because I didn't want to strip.
Right.
And so that's how that part got born. But yes, the whole video is us like romping around and pretending that we're making out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And,
Very exciting. Very exciting stuff.
This is what a rock star dad, this is the difference, right? Like my dad would not be cool with me being young in his video,
being
stripping,
sexual.
being
Yeah.
sexual. But that's like growing up with a rock star dad.
She had just recently found out that was her dad.
What?
I think it was pretty recent.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She was raised by another great musician, Todd Rundgren.
That's right.
It was who her mom was married to growing up. This is all public knowledge.
Right.
And then I'm now nervous I'd be wading into stuff I know. But all I know is I think she found out kind of later
Oh, wow.
that her dad was Steven Tyler. They went to his show, I think, and they started talking
And
backstage.
she was like, you look just
they are
like
twins.
me.
They're
Yeah.
twins, and their vibe is their vibe.
That's weird. She met him and didn't know that it was her dad.
I'm pretty sure that's the story. I'll
Wow.
fact
Let's
check
fact
it with
check
her. Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they had a kismet meeting and then the mom told her, I think.
Interesting.
Wow. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
they literally have the same everything.
Yes, same exact sense of humor, same everything.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know them that well, but I mean like the face, like the mouth.
Yeah, the lips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
I love in the video when she imitates. He's doing like his like, and then his kick of the leg, and she mimics that, and it's perfect. It's like back and forth.
So I did a movie with her, and that's when we became friends. And then somehow she said to me, she was at home, she was at her dad's, and she said, I'm doing this movie with this guy. Who's this guy? And he's like, he was in Without a Paddle. That's my favorite movie.
Aww.
And gave me his stationery that is a silhouette of him doing that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and he wrote like Without a Paddle, greatest movie of all time on this cool stationery.
so
And I framed
cool.
it. It was one of the many things Kristen was like, Jesus Christ. When she came into the house, it's like, there's so many pictures of yourself around.
That's a cute one.
That was one of the things that was up. Yeah.
That mouth is incredible.
Oh, it
like
is.
every time I see a clip, somebody just showed me a clip of it, and just him going. It's just he's such. He's so amazing.
115 teeth.
Legend.
You can see the molars when he smiles.
It's incredible.
Okay, so I think you're 18 when you shoot Clueless, or
I turn 18 on set.
you turn 18 on set.
Sounds right.
Now, again, I know this is common knowledge, but it wasn't to me. What's interesting about Clueless, of course, I saw it. I loved it.
It's the first movie I remember being like so obsessed with, have to watch over and over again. All our friends watched it and were being the characters. You know, like it was the first like real zeitgeisty movie I was a part of.
Yeah, were your friends like assigning like, you're so-and-so?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're Dion.
Who are you?
Like, I mean,
Were you Cher?
no, they
No?
wouldn't let me be Cher because I wasn't
Oh.
white.
Oh.
You know,
white
this
enough,
like
yeah.
that again. This is the times.
Yeah.
You know, maybe now I could be Cher.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
kinda
Kim
are Cher.
Kardashian.
You
Kim
kinda-
Kardashian was just Cher.
Exactly. So, but no, I was probably putting the Dion, who I love.
Yeah.
Great character.
Yeah, it's a great character.
But I was
You can't really go wrong.
No, exactly. But yeah, it was like the first movie that while I was alive, like hit the zeitgeist.
Would
like
you
that.
put me in the Paul Rudd one or the
Aw.
best friend?
Well, you can't be. Oh, well, you know each other.
Wait,
better,
the Paul Rudd character or the gay guy?
Yeah.
That's not
I don't know if we
It's
say
not a
that now,
tough
but yeah.
choice.
Christian. God, you're
Ironic.
you're neither. You might
Okay.
be more of the other
neither.
guy who ends up being a douchebag, but that's not.
But that's
Oh,
not
okay.
who you are.
Justin. Oh, Jeremy Sisto's part.
Yes,
We're gonna give you that part.
Okay. Physically, I get it.
I don't
Physically,
know you well enough, but I think just on first sniff, that
Sure.
was fun.
Well, there was definitely a period of my life, and perhaps that period of my life where I would have been more
Oh, I always
Aw.
forget. I forget that it's him.
Yeah.
So wild.
Okay, now what's totally known, which I don't know that I did, is you couldn't be more opposite than her.
Yeah.
Which again, when you meet somebody in a movie, you just kind of assume that's
Yeah.
who they are.
Yeah.
I dealt with a different thing, which was I played mostly just dumbasses for like the first 7 years.
Wait a second. I love your show. I just remembered.
Parenthood?
No, I don't know that one. The one with Lake Bell.
Oh,
Bless
Bless
this
This Mess.
Mess.
Yes.
You just completely forgot until just now.
Oh, that's you're only the third person I've ever met that's saw that.
Oh, I loved
great
it.
show.
Oh, wonderful.
I loved it. I love Ed Begley in it. I love
Oh,
all the actors in it.
Kettner
It's
is great.
so good. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, that's
sort
great.
No, Monica was on it. She
I was.
Good
the
job.
fair scene. What were
Yeah,
you?
I
You were
played like an egg salesman or something.
competing egg
Such a good
salesman.
show. Okay, sorry. So you're saying that you got put in a category from what?
Oh, just I played a dumbass. Like
Okay.
I was in Idiocracy. I played dumb. I just played dumb a bunch or white trash.
Right.
And I think people when they would meet me, they're like, "Oh, you're not dumb." That would be kind of the
Yeah.
first thing they would say.
It
You're
was- it
taller
is
than I
shocking.
thought, and you're not dumb.
Yeah.
as I thought.
Because he was also on Punk'd and then like, you know, pranking all these people.
Oh,
There's
God.
definitely like I do think for a lot of people like, oh, you are not what I expected.
Right. So you have that so much.
Yeah.
Like you go to the like no style. I wrote down a thing you said, which I thought was fascinating. Most of the time, I didn't even know what Cher was talking about. Most of the dialogue was a different language. Amy knew all the street words and had her finger on the pulse of the latest underground everything. I was the exact opposite and knew nothing. So like you were not stylish at all.
No.
And yeah, you weren't hip like that.
No, I didn't go to Hollywood parties. I was really just into the earth and animals and food and permaculture, a theater nerd, like
anti-materialism. Yes.
How interesting.
I mean, it's one of the biggest gaps I think I've observed in a popular character and then the actor playing it.
And are you experience it? Like it makes sense to you seeing me?
Does it make sense seeing you? Like you're all very authentically yourself right away.
Uh-huh.
And it's not Cher.
Right. There you go.
That can't be said for a lot of roles.
This was so iconic. She was so iconic.
Yeah.
Oh, let me back up.
Yeah,
This is how I want to frame this.
Okay.
We've had a few different male actors. I'm going to use Chris Pine as an example.
Okay.
Where he had cystic acne growing up. He became like an overnight sex symbol.
Uh-huh.
And trying to make peace with that and like embrace this thing that is working publicly, but you feel so completely removed from that again, that gap between what people see and think and versus what you know you are. And then this sense of like fraudulence or imposter syndrome, all these different weird things that arise from that. I'm wondering if that chasm between this character you got so known for and who you were felt like it was going to be problematic for the rest of the world to deal with.
I mean, I can't be responsible for what the rest of the world dealt with, but I do know that at that time, I felt like I was a serious actress.
Yes.
And I knew what it took to be an actor. I knew the work that was required. Like some people are really beautiful and they act and they're like, okay, but they're beautiful and they, you know, and some people, and I knew that was, you know, maybe because I was in a house with people like Eric and Brandon who made it clear to me, like, you know, they were big brothers sort of. They said mean things that made me go, oh, I'll show you. You know, like, maybe not Eric, but I just remember, you know, thinking, I didn't come into this going like, oh, I want to be in movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
I
be a
just
sex symbol.
Yeah. I didn't even like, what?
Yeah.
I was just a baby.
And it sounds like most of the crushes you had at that point were with guys that were either unavailable or, right? So it's not like have you experienced a ton of attention that way prior to
Male
it?
attention.
I mean, you're obviously beautiful, so I'm sure people looked at you, but.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. Like, I mean, I will say that the high school boys who we were talking about, that Marshall group.
Yes.
They did come over to me when I was in freshman year and asked me, do you want to come to a party of ours? And I was like, I'm getting asked to a party by the seniors? Like this. And then I thought like, oh my God, that was so fun.
Yes.
But I don't think that I was very dorky and nerdy and I don't know, just didn't have a sense of fashion. I don't know, but I definitely wasn't walking around like Cher is.
Right.
We can clearly say that.
Yeah.
She's so much a product of her environment. And, you know, I think the core, what I was able to like latch onto, because I remember thinking that she's shallow, materialistic, things I didn't like.
Yeah.
But what I remember loving about her was her wanting to take care of her daddy.
Yeah.
Doing she felt like she was doing charity with Ty. You know, she was so giving. And in her small little world of money and popularity and everything going her way, she really was very charitable. Right? Like she was trying to spread the wealth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give back a little.
She was trying to give back a little. And so it was sort of, it's so ridiculous.
So funny.
Yeah.
But I just kind of hooked into, I remember thinking, I'm not funny. And I remember at the time, my agent, who then became my manager after, but at the time she was my agent, Carolyn.
And then my husband.
And then my husband, Carolyn Kessler, basically. She said, what I think is funniest about you is you take things when you get very serious, you know? And I'm like, well, that's kind of insulting and also amazing at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think that how I translated that information was, because at that point I'd only done like these
plays and
everything I did was sort of dark. I was just in Jeff Goldblum's Hideaway with Jeremy Sisto again. I had been in a movie in France with Le Nouveau Monde with James Gandolfini.
Oh, wow.
I had been doing these dramas. There was not one comedy in the 8 movies that came before Clueless.
Right.
And like I said, I considered myself a very serious actress.
Yeah.
So I obviously could laugh about that now, but I do think I was like, when they were saying Aerosmith chick, I was like, oh, Aerosmith.
How dare
like,
you.
how dare you? Do
Yeah.
you know what it took to
Yes.
like it's just ridiculous. You
Yeah.
know, you're a kid.
Yeah, you
Yes.
take yourself. We all take ourselves extremely serious.
So
at
I
that
didn't
age.
I didn't have any bad behavior around that, hopefully. Well, maybe. But I just thought in my head, like, so here I am doing, I've already forgot what we're talking about again. What is
No,
wrong
Cher,
with me?
you're
Clueless.
fine. Cher.
We know what's going on with you. We just had an expert on.
Oh, is it menopause?
Terry, maybe Terry. We're virtually the same age.
I blame it on my schedule.
That's probably more that.
Yeah, my recall for names is I'm like, oh, it's all really happening.
You're having
isn't it?
perimenopause.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm having whenever the male.
He has what's it called? Sympathy perimenopause.
Oh, okay.
Sympathy pause.
Yeah, because everyone in my life claims
But this
they
seems to have it.
This also happens after you have a baby. Like your brain goes out the window after a baby and then the whole
Yeah.
thing. Anyway, but where were we?
Cher.
What I was talking about was
Not being the
yeah. Although obviously the crush was big and got attention, this was something so humongous as we now know, like permanently kind of in the culture. And right away, like I watched your first interview on the Today Show, which one of the times you were on recently, they showed it, and you were 18,
Yeah.
and you're just quite honestly like, in so many words, like, yeah, this is uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really know how to do this, but
Yeah.
you know, you were expressing discomfort right out of the gates. And what I was curious about,
That's so sweet.
it is. I liked how honest it was. But I was curious, was it a discomfort with fame, or was it again this tension between I just played this thing everyone loves and America's talking about, and now I'm going to be somebody that is completely different from that?
I didn't have any care about that.
You
I was
didn't?
so I didn't care about that.
You didn't feel like, oh, that's what they want
No,
from me.
I didn't care. I
You
mean,
didn't, yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't care. And
Okay.
instead, I just sort of I didn't like the attention. It's so overwhelming to
Yeah.
be so young and being asked crazy questions.
Yes.
And being scrutinized.
Yeah. Someone asked you your bra size or something?
Oh, yeah.
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 That's another thing.
Many things.
The
That's
Britney Spears
that's the
doc.
funniest part.
Yeah, these 60-year-old
one's
guys
funny.
asking these teenage girls whether they
Yes.
have fake boobs or their
Yeah.
bra size. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like to me, that's the funny part
Uh-huh.
for the bra size thing. A lot of it's not funny. So I just didn't have any interest in it. And I was an activist in my little heart
Yes.
since I was a little girl. And so I really got focused. I just went, fuck all this.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to swear here?
Oh,
yeah.
please,
Uh-huh.
yes.
It's encouraged.
Okay, good.
Rewarded financially.
Rewarded. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I think I just really, I got really into, I went to Peru to go down the Amazon River with Woody Harrelson to in intentions to save the rainforest.
Okay, wow.
I went to Africa to help with floppy trunk syndrome with these elephants, made a little documentary with Ted Turner's company. Like I got into all my, socially, environmentally sound
And what
stuff.
was the management around you saying?
Nobody really loved that.
Yeah.
That was not great.
Well, they're probably like, you got to capitalize. You have an opportunity right now. You can work with great directors. Here's what's on the buffet for you. And the buffet will get taken away at some point.
I don't know that it was as clearly articulated like that.
Okay.
But I do think that activism in general, like I remember being on some talk show in the morning.
Yeah.
And I never went through media training at that time. And there's no playbook for becoming famous. So it was nobody there's no guidance.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do the press part or the being in public part. That I don't know that there's
Right.
a playbook and
No.
you can't really know. And so I was on one morning and they asked me something like, what do you think about Mary J. Blige or whatever? And all I knew was that she was wearing some big fur, I think it was her, some big fur coat. And I started describing anal electrocution of how they got that coat.
Okay.
Because that was an innocent response.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
then afterwards, everyone was like this.
Yeah. Yeah. No one's to hear about anal electrocution.
Why are you
at
talking
8
about
a.m.?
anal electrocution
Yeah, that's what they
on
do with the film.
national morning show? They want to hear about Clueless. And I was like,
Right. Oh.
They need to know.
I need to go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because everybody needs to know. And so Yeah, I know that I would. At first, I thought that I could use the activism. I could use the press that I didn't want to be doing to talk about these things.
Yes.
But then I needed to realize that none of them wanted to hear it. So, you know.
Right. Yeah, there's like a bunch of horse trading that goes on.
Yes.
You're like, yeah, I'll come do this, but I want 5 minutes to talk about this. And no one wants to do that 5 minutes. Right.
I mean, that conversation didn't happen. It was more like, How are you? Well, did you know this?
Yes.
Right.
And did you know this?
I'll tell you, I'm better than the Amazon rainforest, which is being depleted at 1,000 acres every
Did you
hour.
know 9 million? And I still do it. I'm like 9 million people die a year from hunger. It's an inefficient use of resources. What are we doing?
Yes, yes.
And people were like, who's this weird girl?
Yeah, she's supposed to give us fashion tips. She's got great style.
Exactly.
How to catch a boy.
So I just sort of went a little bit off.
So there was the light switch of fame, which had to be completely disorienting.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was, do you sign a deal for like $8 to $10 million with Columbia right after that? Didn't you get a massive development deal?
I did, and I don't remember the amount.
Okay. That's what the internet says.
Okay.
Let's just say it was a ton of money that you probably had never seen.
Yeah.
Was that part exciting?
Yeah, I remember what was exciting at that time because I had seen Jodie Foster direct stuff.
Yes.
I thought, they're asking me to make this movie and I get to produce it so that I, because I had not been interested in the script many times.
Yeah.
No, thank you. They're like, please, here, what do you want to do with it? No, thanks. And then it was like, no, seriously. And I'd had one experience with that prior with the babysitter where I got to I didn't produce the babysitter, but I remember the girl felt really like she had nothing to do. She was just a sex object.
Uh-huh.
So I was able to talk to them about, hey, can we make this more of a human being and make her more, she's still obviously a sex object in the end of the day, but she's more of a human.
She's a multifaceted sex object.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, they're all, it is about their messed up brains, like that they're all fantasizing about who she is and it's not. So I had her like reading Shakespeare and doing weird things that made her sort of different than whatever, but I got a taste of, you can adjust things and make things a little different. And so on Excess Baggage, they were asking me, what is it that you want? And I liked the idea. It was just not being executed at the time the way that I felt like I wanted to jump into.
So I have great curiosity about Excess Baggage.
Okay.
Because, that was the first movie you developed under that deal, I think, right? And Benicio del Toro, Christopher Walken. This is like a fucking incredible cast.
Yeah.
And you had, like me, you had seen Usual Suspects, right? And you're like, who the fuck? Give me the fucking keys, the cocksucker. And then he flip you. He'll flip you for real. He'll flip you for real. When's the last time you saw that movie?
I know. I want to rewatch that.
Oh my God. You can't understand one word he says in the whole thing.
I loved it. He's brilliant.
So was it hard to get? Because now he seems so elusive to me. I don't understand. I would love to talk with him and understand what the game plan is because he's just gone for these long periods of time. And then he pops up in 3 movies right away. I'm like, what? How's he deciding all this? He seems hard to get into something. Was it hard to get him in that?
No. Not that one. I mean, I had a similar conversation with him where we sat down and I was like, the script sucks. So let's make it good.
Right.
And he was like, okay.
It's all well, let's flip it.
He doesn't talk like that.
Oh, flip it. It's really good, Monica. I know you're cringing, but that's kind of how it sounds.
I know the line. Everyone knows the line.
Flip it for real. What was it like working with him?
He and I had an incredible working relationship, and he it's super like that. I could write a book about that. So we'll just give you the highlights, which is I think that we had a tremendous respect for each other. I know that he really valued how he always would say, you're so strong. And that was because I was totally unhinged. Like I did not know any rules. No one, again, I had nobody sit me down and go, this is how you get things you want.
Thank God, though.
You're so young.
In
some ways, but in other ways, I really should have been sat down.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
Like, but that said, we had an incredible journey together on that experience that anyone who was involved would understand. And it's really to be left in a vault, I think, until I'm like writing a memoir because it's too,
That's the second time you've policed yourself. Maybe the third.
I police myself a lot.
Yeah, tell me about that. What's your fear?
Because I've been doing this for a long time and I don't like how if you and I have there's so many things we've already said that I could go back in my mind and go, they are not you. It's when it's heard, they then take the one little thing and it's all over the news.
Yeah.
And it's just annoying.
It is annoying. Right. But you still care.
Do I care? That's a good question. My ex-husband, who I love very much, always said, I don't know what your problem is. Everything you say is so punk rock. He thought it was great.
It's great.
Yeah.
And I can look back and see it that way. But what I don't love is it being brought back to me. It's just boring. It's like, if every interview you do, somebody's bringing back something.
They bring up something. Yes.
Yes. I just want to stay in the now. And it's boring. So I feel like we're having an incredible conversation. But what could be taken from it?
And I'm not critical of it. I was just curious if did you have an event where you felt really like, I paid a big price for that?
No, I also just think there's a lot of things to say that it's
no one's business.
It's no one's business.
Yeah.
And I don't want to out people left and right.
Yes.
Like, why? There's a million things that have happened to me. I don't need to go around. Do you know what I mean? I just have no interest in
running other people through.
Yes.
Me either.
Like,
Me either.
I just have no interest. I don't lose sleep over any of this stuff. I have a really good life. I love my kid. I love my life. I'm fine. So I just don't need, I feel very well. I don't need the drama. I don't need the drama.
I don't say anything here about other people, but I'll admit to, but like, I would have been in love with Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
He's so sexy.
Yeah.
And I think he looks like Brad Pitt.
I think that's exactly what
You think that too?
So that was part of my pitch. So I had to go. See, now I don't know if this is okay to say.
Well, you tell me, you can cut it out.
Yeah,
I don't
Let's
know.
hear it and I'll tell you.
Okay, so I just don't know if he'd like this or who would like it. But I had to go into Sony and beg them
to hire him.
Yeah.
No, that's
and when I did, I was like, he's the Spanish Brad Pitt. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes.
Like, what are you talking about? He's so hot. I was like blushing and like, I did this whole like crazy
Yes,
thing.
that's correct.
Yes.
I love that. There's nothing bad about that.
No. Well,
I know.
it's just flattering.
You're worried that
don't
Benicio
know.
would hear that he had to get pitched to the studio, but he's realistic. He had 3 lines that he mumbled in one movie, and you want him to be the co-star
He's probably
of this
like,
movie.
thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
We had Brad Pitt on recently, and it was great. And I was my main takeaway, because of course that happened, right? Of course, people are pulling headlines. They're saying all kinds of stuff. They're saying stuff that didn't happen. They're like, he talked about his ex-wife. Like, no, he did not. They're piecing things together that make no sense.
Making it all up.
Yeah, making it up. And I was getting so flustered every time I saw it. I was like, no, they're lying. Like,
yes.
But then I was like, but he doesn't care. He came on. He knew this was going to happen.
Knows.
Yeah, he's like, he knew. He's like, they're going to do this. But he's obviously at a place that he's just like, I can't control that. I don't care. And I found that so admirable.
Yeah.
That he's just like past it. He's like, I don't, whatever. People are going to say it. It's not true. And it's
also, I just find it really funny. I'll say something that's nuts, and I'm like, that's going to probably be something. And then I say something completely inane, like, we don't bathe our kid every night.
Right. Which
and then all of a sudden, like, the mom blogs are like, their kids are filthy. I'm like, that's the thing you're out of. I'm talking about smoking crack and robbing liquor stores. No one's interested in that, but I didn't wash my kid.
Yeah. It's almost funny. You almost just have to like see it as
all
funny.
so ridiculous.
Yeah, because it's so ridiculous.
Like I said, I don't lose any sleep over any of it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make my life easier.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Okay, now this falls back under the umbrella of, I think you lived through a time that current people would not have to live through.
Exactly.
And so if you don't want to talk about it, fine. But I do want to talk about Batman, because I feel like that must have been kind of a scarring experience.
Batman itself?
Just that whole experience of doing that movie. I didn't know any of this stuff. I just read about it today. People were calling you terrible names. Paparazzis were shouting names
running
at you.
through airport. I was running through the airport.
Yes, that's crazy.
Hiding. They're standing there to like answer questions or whatever, and then check you on get you onto the plane. Behind there is a little square box, and I would hide in there while they would scream at me.
Yeah.
It was horrendous.
And you were how old? Like 22-ish?
No, I was 18.
Okay.
18.
You were quite young.
I was babes.
And people were thinking it's fine to do a full page article about your physique.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
That's great. That's, again, right? We look back and that's a little nuts.
Yeah, and I was half the size I am now.
Yeah, it's so
it's so
sick.
weird.
Did you, when all that was going on, were you just like, oh, I guess this goes with the territory? Or were you like, this is brutal?
No, that was pretty brutal, but also like there's worse things in the world. Like people are dying and things. And like I try to keep all that in perspective, that it's a high class problem I suppose to have.
I think that's bullshit.
You do?
I think that's bullshit.
Okay.
I think that's people afraid that someone's going to go, oh, boo-hoo, you're rich. being chased through the airport, being called
Exactly.
Fat
girl.
Yeah.
Fat girl
Fat girl. It's clever.
is
No, it's
fucking
not.
rough.
It
It's
is
awful. Do you know what
not
I would
clever.
say back? I would be like, how do your, I mean, in my head, because I didn't want to talk to them, but like, how do you go home at night and speak to your children?
I know.
Your
Like
daughter.
today,
Yeah.
your daughter is a huge fan of mine.
Yeah.
Tell her, oh, I told the person that you love and admire that she's fat today.
Yeah.
Does that feel good?
Oh, I met her today. I called her fat
And
girl.
also, what does that tell your daughter she's supposed to be? Because
Exactly.
if this
if this
body's
is
not
worthy of
okay,
shaming, yeah.
then what body is okay? It's mental.
Did people defend you like in the airport? Were people like,
I know.
"Stop"?
I don't know. I
You
was
don't
hiding
know.
with a thing over my head.
Mm.
I mean, it was really
Yeah.
intense and it sucked.
Yeah, I don't think you need to make light of that. I think that's a
No.
very
That's traumatizing.
traumatic. You've lost total control of your environment.
It definitely had its effects for sure. And there was so much to all that. And I do think now everyone would jump to I think, you know how you have a bad comments on your thing, somebody gets angry at you about whatever.
Yeah.
And then all these other people come to your fight and they're like, fuck you, this is,
Yeah.
you know, and you're just like, you don't have to
Yeah.
say anything because
Right.
all your team comes, like, not your
yeah.
team, but your the
Other people
other
defend
people
you.
come back and they go, no, blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, yeah, and I've learned over the years, like if you're on social media, you can't take any of that. You know, because do you remember when you first started doing it, how you'd have 99% be nice,
Yeah.
and then there'd just be one thing, and it would just get under your skin, and and because we were new to it, and then I suddenly went, oh, who cares? Like honestly, I'm just who cares? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you do get used to sort of accepting things.
Yeah. I do terrible with it. I'll say in the moment I don't care, and then 3 hours later I'm driving on the 101 and I'm like rereading the thing I read and defending myself.
You're fighting with yourself. You're
Yes, and I'm
speaking
like,
out loud.
no, this does affect me. I'm like, I'm full of shit if I think I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about it 3 hours later.
I know.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
I have a question I was just thinking about. So because of this, like you've been exposed to, that's crazy. Like that's crazy. Being chased through an airport, being called this, having articles about you.
By like 8 men.
Exactly.
They were just, it was amazing.
It's a predator. Like you were preyed on.
Why were they even allowed in the airport? Like you can't have people in the airport anymore, I
Not
think.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Post 9/11.
They were
Yeah.
allowed to come all the way
One
up
of
to
the
the
great
Up to the
gate.
things
gate.
about
Yes.
9/11.
It's the silver lining no one
One of
likes
the
to talk about.
positives.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
People aren't fair. They're not fair when they talk about 9/11.
They never bring up
There's
the
been
good
a lot
parts.
of upside.
Yeah. And you're getting praised by people who you respect for calling you strong.
Yeah.
Which is like
Yeah.
a great thing. Is it hard for you to be like vulnerable and sensitive? Or because you take so much pride in being like strong and I'm not going to let that bother me?
I mean, I think I'm extremely vulnerable and
You do-
sensitive.
okay.
I'm probably like too sensitive. I'm a very, like anyone who knows me, I'm an open book.
Yeah.
And really, that's why I have to watch myself because
Right.
I'm so open.
Right,
And,
right.
and I never used to pay attention to any of that. And I used to
Yeah.
just be completely open. I mean, you guys are, the thing that I would think before I would get here is, I'm going to have too much fun with you, think that I can just say anything. And then because it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
When I was a young girl, I thought, well, I have to tell the truth and I want to be open. Like that's how I am.
Yeah.
So I would never have any way of being responsible for those things. But I've just learned over time that there are some things that are yours.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I do think I'm healthy enough that I don't need to expose everything.
Yeah.
Right.
That's for your friends. That's for fun conversations.
Yeah.
Like,
Totally.
that's maybe for when you're dying, you want to write a book. I don't know.
Yeah.
But or when everyone's dead, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I sometimes think we all vomit a lot of details and information out there that I don't know is really helpful or needed.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
It's like this sort of chaotic.
I come from such a
Unleashing.
specific background where it was like imperative to get sober to shed that right. And I've had 21 years of going into rooms with strangers and they're all
Yes.
dead honest. And like
Yes.
I like the results of that so
Yes.
much that to me, to experience that and then to
Yes.
leave there and then have any amount of shame about anything about me
Mhm.
felt so incongruous. Like I enjoy being that way more than I enjoy being protective. And also I recognize it's not for everybody.
There are things that are yours. Like we'll be clear.
Sure.
Like we're really open on this show.
He's not going to tell you the ins and outs of your relationship with your wife.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not
right,
going
right.
to, you just aren't.
Yeah. Generally anything that involves someone else,
Yeah.
I'm very protective of. But for me, or not, and then I expose my mom a lot too, but she's giving me her blessing. Okay. The other thing, here's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I'm impressed you didn't just quit altogether.
Well, now I have a little bit of anxiety. Not real.
Okay.
Like just a slight thought that you guys think I'm super guarded.
No.
Not at all.
No, I
This
don't
is
find you to be standoffish or anything. I've just seen you police yourself a few times, and I wondered if there was any reason behind it, just out of curiosity.
I think the main thing in a nutshell is there's so much going on in my life currently, and I just like to stay with what's happening and not be like, if I just did an entire press tour in New York I have 4 things coming out.
Yeah.
And the only thing they're talking about is Clueless.
Yeah.
Yes.
And at some point it's like, well, then am I ever going to get to do anything? Like if you can't, if I do an hour interview or whatever and nothing comes out of it other than Clueless, you're just kind of like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm so happy and grateful that everybody loves it.
Yes.
But you do need, these things are great.
Yeah.
Begonia with Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons is amazing.
Yes.
Irish Blood is really, really good. And Pretty Things is like, these are good things.
Yes.
So if nobody gets to see them because they're so clueless.
Yeah. So I come into this with anxiety.
Okay.
Because my fear is you must feel that way.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not dumb. If I were you, I would be like, okay, yes, shut the
I
fuck
love
up about
it.
Clueless.
No, I
loved it. But also, I don't want to talk about it for the rest of my life.
I don't mind talking about it for the rest of my life if the other things can be talked about.
Yeah, that makes sense. Totally.
I had my thing was punked, right? Like, it's like, it didn't matter how many years after I had done that and I'm doing movies and
things you're proud of that you worked hard on.
Yes, there was 10 years where I was like, shut the fuck up about punk and stop asking me what it's like to act. I already was acting on that. You
had to explain to them that you were an actor.
Yes.
Because they didn't know. They
huge
thought
chip on my shoulder.
Yes.
And what I hated about that, when I came to peace with it all, is like, I robbed the whole experience of that from myself.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want you to bring it up in an interview and I was sick of talking about it. And no, I wasn't friends with Ashton Kutcher. He didn't put his friend in it. Like I auditioned, all these like hang-ups I had about it.
Oh, yeah.
And at one point I was like, dude, you're on the show that was this cultural phenomenon and you are a big part of the reason.
Yeah.
And fuck yeah. And like, I've come to love it.
So my thing is not that I don't mind that. What I guess I mean is, like we said, if you put out one thing, let's say the thing that where we said, what did I say about you said something about white. Oh, you were talking about blackface.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what word I said, but maybe I said, I don't know what I said. But whatever it was, let's say that went out.
Yes.
Then like, that's all they get. Nothing else gets talked about. And so it doesn't matter, but it only matters because I've just spent a whole year dedicated to my work.
Yes.
Where that involves family and sacrifices and like this is your
living
passion,
in another country for 3 months.
For it all to just be outshined by some dumb thing. That's what I guess it is.
Oh, yeah. I get that.
I do too. I think though, and this is very upsetting, but I think the truth is currently also just because the media cycle is like this fast. Like, so that could be a headline
for a second and then they forget.
4 hours.
For 4
and
hours.
then there's a new one.
No, I know.
But even, which is
Our
also
president will probably do something that'll take the
definitely
temperature.
But also what I think is wild is now you see a headline, somebody's name pops up and then for some reason, they do then see the project. Like there's this weird thing where it's like, oh, this person's like in the zeitgeist again. Oh, there she is in this movie.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. Like we're so fragmented now. And weirdly, I kind of hate this, but being out there in general, I think is positive. It's that like horrible old thing that's no press or all press is good press or whatever is gross and currently, I think kind of really true, which is weird.
I've had things get derailed though by things that have come out for sure. And it's just a bummer when you work on something really hard.
Yeah.
Oh, but what I was going to ask is, okay, so you have this you've got like the #1 hit comedy of the summer. Then you're in Batman, the biggest franchise, and we don't even have Marvel yet. If I were you, I was like, okay, I'm doing as good as you can do, and I hate it. Right? Like it's not like this is as good as it gets. I'm the lead of enormous movies that are successful, and I hate it. And then I'm wondering if also you're out there shining a light on a lot of problems that need addressing. Were you shocked to find out what angers people so much about activists? And what's your, like, how have you synthesized why activists tend to anger people so much? Like, what is your conclusion after years of being an activist?
I found because at first, it's like when you discover what's going on about anything. And I was young, right? So I discovered what was happening in the animal world and how our food production was affecting people, like I said, people who are starving all over the world. Yeah. And nobody cares. Nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
And the earth problems and all of these things that this one thing like could affect like 4 big, huge areas, right?
Yeah.
Animal cruelty, people starving to death, health, and environment. Like all at the same time. It just seemed like a good, when you're bowling, like, what's that called? Strike.
Yeah.
Just can't get it all with one thing. Like, it's so efficient.
Yeah.
But I realized when I learned all this stuff, that was so eye-opening. Like, I wanted to run around screaming, rape, murder, fire, everywhere I went.
Right.
And nobody wants to hear that. And people just can't, they don't have room for it. So I don't know if it was Howard Lyman. He's an I don't know if you know Howard Lyman. He was a huge farmer. He made tons of money as a cattle farmer. He had crazy heart problems and was in the hospital about to die. And they were sort of like, he had a moment where he kind of came back. They told him the food that you're eating is what caused this. And he had this huge revelation, changed his diet, changed everything. And he's amazing man who's been going around telling everybody his story.
Yeah.
Well, at one point, I think I went to an animal rights conference. I think it was in the year 2000. And he was there. And I remember him saying, something like, it's better to wait to be asked about this stuff rather than sort of going around.
Proselytizing.
Yeah. And you're going to have way better results. And also I thought, oh God, that's such a relief.
You'd feel guilty if you hadn't shined a light on that. Yeah. And you had the opportunity to.
Yeah. And I remember my husband saying at the time, we're not together anymore, but him saying to me, we would go to a party. This is when I was like 21. Yeah. And we would go to a party and I was newly vegan. And he sort of would say, is there anything you can talk to about somebody besides that? Like you seem like really stressed out when you leave. And I'm like, I know. But and he was right. But I didn't know how. But I do think that I figured out that, and it became a relief when I wrote my book, The Kind Diet.
Yes.
Because I was like, look, I'm going to write everything I have to say here. And if you want to read it, you can. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. And now I don't have to talk about it anymore.
Yes.
And so I can promote it. I can tell people when they ask me questions, that's where it all is.
Yeah.
And I don't have to answer the stupid, a lot of people are just sort of jabbing you.
They want to have a debate with you about it.
And I can tell right away if they're actually interested in a real conversation or not. So it's sort of like, oh, if you're interested, just read this. I don't need to spend my evening trying to, it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy.
But if I were you, I think I would be feeling like I'm just saying something to try to help. And everyone's so mad about it. What's going on? Because I've had this experience where we're visiting my mom and my stepdad who's now passed, and Kristen mentions like wash the apple first. There's a lot of pesticides on the apple. And I hear my stepdad in the kitchen. He's like,
fucking
Jesus fucking Christ. Now we can't even eat apples. Like he was just so upset. And I was like, what's going on in Barton's mind right now? He loves Kristen to death.
He feels defensive.
He feels judged.
Yeah, judged. He feels
that
like
if
he's
we
bad.
do this, and we must think you're stupid for doing that.
Yeah.
So that's a kernel that could definitely happen. But I'm always like, so you can probably tell by looking at me, I'm into lifting weights and I eat a lot of meat and I have a lot of accounts I follow. And I'm not vegan, but also I don't care if someone's vegan. What I can't understand is like people who fucking hate vegans because they eat meat. I don't understand that. I don't understand why vegans hate meat eaters. That makes a little more sense to me. But another one is like gas car, electric car. Just don't drive an electric car. Like I'm super into cars.
Yeah.
And people that are into cars, they don't buy an electric car. They hate electric cars. All their posts are about they fucking hate electric cars. They want them to be made illegal. And it's like, I don't understand hating something because
hating the person that's trying to do better is really tough for me.
Yeah.
I understand the opposite way more. Again, that's tough because there's judgment and it's just not going to work to judge people.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be like, how dare you drive an electric car? It's like, well, it is better.
Like what I don't
Like,
even,
what's to
this
hate?
is so confusing to me because I'm not really.
dialed into the motorsports community.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't.
What?
I mean, yes, I have experienced people in my years where they're like, "You're vegan. Why are those shoes vegan?" You know, and you're like,
putting you through a purity
"Yes,
test.
they are, but let's
Yeah.
just pretend they're not for a
Right.
second." Does the veganness go away? Like, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
did the work that choosing this way of eating, you saved so many animals. Like basically what happened to me when I did this because I love animals, period.
Right.
End of story.
Yeah.
But once I did, I ditched my asthma inhaler.
Mm-hmm.
I had allergy shots twice a week. I was taking antibiotics 2 or 3 times a year for bronchitis.
Mm.
I had acne everywhere. And I, after Batman, was what they called a little pudgy, right? Like, or some people said fat girl, whatever. So here I am. And I changed all of it. All of this went away. Like my skin was glowing. My eyes were white.
Yeah.
My nails, you couldn't bend them. It was like so strong.
Wow.
Everything changed about my health.
All positive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so and then I did research and was like, wait a second. Bruce Lee was vegan. Wait, Naratilova. There were some athletes who did it for performance, for their inflammation. It helped with inflammation. It helped with recovery.
Yeah.
And it gave you longer lasting performance. And then I started to learn that there was all this science, and that's why I wrote the book, The Kind Diet, because there was all this science and medical research that supported this idea. So it was this magical thing that was happening to me, had happened to people who had cancer, who had heart disease, who had diabetes, who had lupus, who had MS. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. I just did it because I didn't know. I remember crossing myself, like, and I'm Jewish, but going, like, I didn't know if I was going to be well. I didn't know but I couldn't look myself in the mirror one more day and say, hey, you're a good person. For me, you're a good person. You love animals, but it's okay with you how they're tortured and mutilated and how they're like, this is okay with you.
Yeah, it's completely incongruous with
hypocritical.
It was too hypocritical for me and I just couldn't do it anymore. So that's why I changed.
Yeah.
But all these things started to happen to me. And then I started to look, then I learned about the environment, which I did not understand that connection at the time. And then I started to learning about all the starving children all over the world and the people who are dying. And I was like, oh my God, this choice is the most efficient way to knock out all these problems at once. Like we can't
it's a silver bullet.
Yeah, you can't solve everything, but like you can solve a lot here. And even if people just do it more than not is better, right? I don't know. I feel like it's been great for me and I loved writing the books because Kind Mama, helping mommies get pregnant. Yeah. And I just really found a way to like harness this thing that I cared so passionately about. Yeah. And, dive into that.
I'm impressed you didn't just bail.
Yeah.
Because if you're getting heat from like both sides, some part of me would go.
What heat?
Like you're getting all the attention at the airport, which is totally unpleasant. And then I'm imagining when you're sharing the causes you care about, people are being critical of your activist work. And how at that point do you go like, I just fucking give up. I give up on all of it.
The activism stuff was so crystal clear to me.
Right.
I had, and I just want, especially once I wrote my book and I had people come over to me. I mean, there was this guy who came to my, it was too rewarding.
Right.
There was a man who had come to the first signing and then he came to a signing like 2-3 years later when I went to paperback. Yeah. And he goes, you don't remember me. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, I don't. And he said, because I've lost 100 pounds. I'm off every medication I had. Wow. And he had like changed his life. Yeah. And another time I was at the theater. I mean, this happens a lot, but it's, people say they love Cher and Clueless every single day, everywhere I go. And that is really lovely. Yeah. Or they've seen this movie or they've seen that movie. And that's really lovely. Yeah. But nothing is more lovely than a woman who comes over to me and says, I couldn't get pregnant. And I read your book. And I got pregnant, and here's and I follow all these things now. And thank you. Like it's and we start crying. Like that's the juice.
Yeah.
So that I was not going to escape. I didn't, and I guess what happened with the acting was that even though there were hard parts of it, I did sort of go away. I mean, I wrote for a long time. I started doing other things.
You did a ton of theater, I noticed.
I did a ton of theater. And the theater got me back into the acting.
That was kind of my hunch from looking at this from the outside, going, oh, yeah, that version kind of sucked, but I love acting.
Yes.
I can go do this here without all that.
Which I kind of forgot. You forget you're an actor.
Also, money enters the picture, and that's a very powerful
complicated.
Force. Yeah.
But I did love aspects. Like Benicio and I had an incredible, there was a lot of hard parts of it, like extraordinary hard parts of it. But we also had a great experience. So, and being able to learn on the job the way that I did, and then I got to do Love's Labor's Lost with Kenneth Branagh. And I got to do things like that. Now, I made a lot of dumb choices along the way, for sure. That's the only way we can do it. We just got to learn from the mistakes. I feel like I came back in a different way. And I got to do all my theater. And through the theater, I got to just work with really cool artists.
Yeah.
So I feel like,
And you got to love acting again for what it was. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You did Reptile again with Benicio.
Yes. That was amazing.
And are you guys the same?
We are. It's so interesting, our relationship. And I mean, I would be, I don't want to speak for him, but I know that he trusts me.
I would feel very rewarded by that.
I was so excited when they asked for me to do this.
Yeah.
I really felt like I remember saying to him, "Are you sure? Like what? Why is this happening? I don't understand what's happening right now." It was so great.
Yeah, and the killing of a sacred deer, which is incredible. How did that come to be?
Killing of a Sacred Deer, I did an audition. I got a call from my agent, who's very good and feisty, and he said, you need to show up in 24 hours or something ridiculous to this audition. So what had happened was, I believe Francine, this amazing casting director, I believe had seen me in a play I'd done on Broadway, the last one that I was in. And so she brought me in for this. And Brian, my agent, said, now, you're not going to know who this is because you never know anything. And you're not going to know who any of these people are, but just go watch The Lobster real quick and be ready and show up to this audition.
Yeah.
And so I watched The Lobster, and then I did this audition. And then about, I don't know how long, but some weeks later, I got a call that Yorgos wanted to speak to me. And I was in Australia at the time with my 5-year-old son. And I got on the Zoom thing with him, and I thought it was another step in the process.
Yes.
So I was kind of nervous.
Yeah.
But it wasn't another. I mean, it was in that I think he was checking I wasn't awful as a human.
Yeah,
but
that's smart.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to check. And then in that call, he said, "I'd really like you to do this."
Was it so exciting?
It really was.
Yeah, if I had just seen The Lobster.
Because now I went back and watched Dogtooth. And have you seen You need to watch Dogtooth.
Dogtooth.
Dogtooth is his first film, and it is so freaking brilliant. And it's Greek, and there's subtitles, but you will just, if you like his work, it is. And so anyway, when I did that with them, that was just incredible. It was so exciting. It felt, there's moments in your career that just feel so exciting.
Oh, yeah.
The Crush felt so exciting because it was my first movie, and I felt like I was with a family, and Carrie always was so nice. It was such a juicy part.
Yeah.
And then I remember Love's Labor's Lost felt like such a big deal to me because it was Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
And it was Shakespeare, and that was such an exciting thing to have happen. Oh, doing on Broadway with Laura Linney in this play on Broadway was an incredible experience with Daniel Sullivan as the director.
They give you just enough stuff to keep you going.
They do. And David Mamet. We're doing a play with David Mamet. Was incredible. Like, that was a highlight. So these things along the way. So this was one of those.
Yeah.
And then I started to see all his films, and I'm obsessed with his films. And so I'm so grateful to get to be in another one.
Yeah. How cool.
He did
The Favorite. He did Poor Things.
Poor Things.
He did.
That was my favorite movie last year.
Yeah,
what a
Poor
movie.
Things was so wonderful. And Kinds of Kindness is so good too.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I'm going to need to have a Yorgos marathon,
yes,
I think.
It's worth it.
Okay, so you were in his new movie on Halloween comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, Irish Blood. I called Monica
Yep.
from Nashville.
Okay.
I was watching it. And I was like, I was going to watch one episode of this because we have Alicia coming. And I'm on episode 3 and I can't fucking stop.
He could not stop.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
look, I had some issues with it. And I only say that.
You can tell me all the issues.
I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. Because if you're me and you're watching and you have some issues at the beginning, I'm telling you, stick with it.
Okay.
It's I'm allergic to things that are a little saccharine. There's a lot of emotional stuff at the beginning. I was like,
too emotional.
I was just a little nervous about how emotional it was.
Is that with the dad part?
Yes, the flashback stuff when you're a little girl. All right, so just to set everything up, you're a little girl. Dad, you come in at 10 years old and the house is trashed and dad's gone.
Yeah.
And you assume that he beat mom up.
Well, there are bruises. The mom has bruises. And so the natural assumption is that
this guy you loved and adored.
Her.
So that's a very heartbreaking moment for you. You're a little girl. You grow up. You're very jaded when we meet you as an adult. You're a divorce attorney. You're an angry woman.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You're an angry woman.
Tough.
Yeah.
She's tough.
Yeah. Doesn't believe in love.
Yeah.
Can't find a partner she likes.
Well,
She's not even looking, really.
Yeah.
exactly.
You guy wants to spend the night. You're like, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Just get out of here as fast as you can. But you get sent this envelope, and in it is a key, and it is in Ireland, and you, for some reason, decide I'm going to go explore this. And when you get there, it's a key to a box.
Yeah.
And you discover that your father is dead. I think we can say that.
Okay.
That's early
feels
enough.
fair.
We need that for what this show's about, I think.
Okay.
Does it make you nervous?
Yes and no.
I think it's
fine.
Yeah, I think it's
if
worth
you think
it.
it's good, go for it.
I'll tell you why. Because now we've
after
got
the
a
race.
mystery. We've got a whodunit. Dad has been killed, and you have been left some clues by Dad. Okay, now here's the gear that it kicked into for me that made me insatiable for it, which was, did you ever watch Veronica Mars?
No. Do I need to see Veronica
Alicia.
Mars?
Yeah, it's best.
Wait, is that with Kristen?
Yes, that's her
one
first
of her
show.
First things.
And let me just tell you, I started dating her. I know she was on a show called Veronica Mars. I know it's about a teenage sleuth. I'm like,
it's on the CW or WB.
we've been together for like 4 months, and we're in New York shooting a movie together. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch this fucking show. Like, I gotta watch this show. And it was on DVD. I got the DVDs, and like, same thing. 4th episode, she walks in the room. She's like, "You want to go out to Spotted Pig?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." Ron's about to fucking blast these. I got so sucked in. You must watch it because this is very much a grown-up Veronica Mars.
Okay.
Because you're not like built to be an investigator. You're a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
But you're tough and you're shrewd and you're smart and you seem to be completely fearless to walk into any situation. And then all of a sudden this really good kind of noir kind of investigation happens. And it's very Ron Mars, which is a very high compliment, I'll say.
It's
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy that you love it. That makes me so happy.
And it's on Acorn, which I didn't know about Acorn. Did you know about Acorn? Aaron's obsessed with Acorn.
Oh.
So Acorn specializes and they just show British shows.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Aaron watches every single
Aaron,
show.
Dax's best friend.
Oh, got it.
Soulmate best friend. Yeah, so Acorn just plays British stuff.
Yeah.
And this is an
That's
original
fine.
for
Yes.
them.
Yes.
So Ireland, how long were you there?
3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
And had you been prior to that?
Yeah, I had.
You had.
I loved Ireland. I had been I don't like saying ex-husband. It sounds so horrible.
Yeah.
The man that I was married to for 20 years.
Yes.
It's a great run.
I know. I say this all the time. Like, if Kristen and I ever split up, I would only describe this as still an enormously successful relationship.
Yes. 'Cause
Like,
it's
we
been a long
loved each
time
other to
now.
death. We had these 2 beautiful children. We had this
Yes.
great time together.
Yes.
And I would really feel like I was dishonoring it if ever we were not together.
I will always love him so much.
Yeah.
He lives across the street from me, by the way.
Oh,
lovely.
really?
I love
that's
that.
wonderful.
He used to live down the street, but
Too
now he
far
lives
away.
across the street.
Okay, good.
That's so lovely.
I will always love him.
Yeah, if you can't be together with someone for 21
Yeah, I
years
love
and
him
not.
so much.
Yeah.
And sometimes, this again, I probably shouldn't say. I was walking the dog. I went The dog wanted to go. My dog loves him because he gives him meat.
Sure.
Like he just gives him like
Yeah,
steaks and stuff.
yeah.
So my dog's like pulling me up to his house.
Yes.
And he just loves him too. But I get into the house and he's standing there in his underwear and I'm like noticing all the things.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Yes.
like, this is so interesting. Like I could still I'm like still attracted. Like I'm sure we're both attracted to each
Of
other.
course,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
life.
We love each other.
Yeah.
And that was my partner for 20-something years. So there I
Yeah.
am just like, this is so weird.
Yes.
So funny.
Also, if you were like 4
love
glasses
that.
of wine deep in your house and you looked out the window and you're like, I just got to cross the street to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
some
I know.
ass.
So close. So close.
But the reality is we can't. So we won't. But
That's really brave. I will say that's really brave to make a decision like that when it's like easier to just stay in something that's not really
Yes.
working or isn't right,
Yes.
but that you've been together for so long and there's love there. Like it's hard
it was
to make that
heartbreaking.
decision.
It was
Yeah.
heartbreaking. We were both in love with each other when we broke up.
Yeah,
and it's just a
that's-
horrible thing. But
Yeah.
we co-parent beautifully.
That's awesome.
Why am I talking about him? What were we just talking about? Oh, he and I had gone on a trip. We went
Okay.
to Ireland. We were heading toward the destination was the MTV Music Awards of Europe, like Ireland.
Uh-huh.
And so, Dennis Hopper was there and it was wild and fun and like all the people, the Bonos, the things. But we decided to fly into, I think, Shannon Airport and drove. So we took like 2 weeks to get to the MTV Music Awards.
Yes.
And I remember being like, we have to move here. We need to live here. It's so incredible.
Uh-huh.
Oh, lovely.
When you were in those Hollywoody scenes, could you enjoy yourself and drop in and be a movie star? Could you pop on that persona? Like if you're at the MTV Movie Awards, could you have fun?
Well, music stuff was fun because everyone's more wild and feisty. And I'm like a hippie punk rock weirdo. Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like
that was more your vibe.
Yeah, my husband was in a punk rock band.
Yes.
And so we were rock and roll mixed with like my political, my environmental, I call it political, but you know what I mean? My entire thinking of wanting to know the truth and being dedicated to love and kindness, right? And trying to make this world better. Like that's my rebellious, fucked upness, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And saying things about it at a very young age that you're not, just being
Yes.
rebellious. So I had this sort of hippie punk rock, and I don't know how to do small talk. So I'm useless. I'm useless in a situation where I have to engage about, like I want to go deep right away and I want to know.
Yeah. Same.
Me
right?
too.
Yeah.
And so I did well at a punk, at like a rock thing,
Yes.
music things, because it feels like there's
It's gritty.
it's more gritty, it's more
Yeah.
wild. I did well at things like I remember I went to the GQ Awards in London and I brought Timothy Spall with me as my date.
Okay.
And
Who's he?
he's an amazing English actor.
Oh, okay.
And he was in Love's Labor's Lost with me, and we are dear friends.
Yeah.
He came to our wedding and whatever. He's a lovely man. But, like that's who I wanted as my date. And if you have a visual of Timothy Spall, he's now sober and, he's still the sweetest man on the planet. But like, we were a little odd couple at this thing. Like, he's a lot older than me. And we're, it's just, I wasn't like showing up with Johnny Depp or Brad Pitt.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
yes.
not that I wouldn't have been open to that.
Yeah.
It's just not it just didn't work out that
You don't
way.
have to say
it's not
names,
you.
but after Clueless, did you get any random calls from like an agent, like so-and-so wants your number? You don't have to give any names, but did you have those calls?
Well, by older gentlemen.
Sure.
And, actually, hang on.
Older gentlemen.
I can tell you about them
Gentlemen in quotes.
later. There was 1, 2, I think, three. I'm going to go with there's 3. What I'll tell you when we get out of here.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yes,
lovely,
it's
lovely.
great.
But it wasn't like,
It wasn't gross. It was just like,
no, it was fine.
let's have dinner.
Yeah, and it didn't. Some of them were under the guise of let's work together.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
That's the
guys.
move. Yeah.
But there was nothing inappropriate with any one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
At all. Nothing at all.
Okay, so now this is back to your husband. I was with a woman for 9 years before Kristen, and I had this huge fear when we broke up. Oh man, that's the last person I'll ever date that knew me before.
Oh.
I liked the notion that I had been with someone that had seen the whole thing, that really knew me.
Yeah.
And still liked me, you know?
Yeah.
Did you have that fear when you got divorced at all? Like, man, the one person on earth that knew me from the jump.
Well, he didn't. I met him when I was 21. So
okay.
He came.
He did miss a
Yours
few.
was so
I was already.
Yeah.
That had already happened. So he kind of caught me at the highest of the moments.
Yeah, that's true.
Congrats to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool
what a stuff.
But I did have the feeling of, and still do, of how do you find that partnership and that love ever again?
Yes.
Where you're with someone who is so, you know, like he's my emergency contact.
Right.
I'm his emergency contact.
Yeah.
You know,
he's your soulmate, really.
I think we're going to be something forever. I
Yeah.
don't know if I don't know what soulmate really is or means, because if we were soulmates, wouldn't we be together?
Well, not necessarily.
I don't know.
I think soulmates take lots of different shapes, and I think you can have multiple, but I also think it's just like we're connected. Like we
be
are
connected
connected
forever.
and we're gonna be connected forever.
I remember dating after having been separated for a long time and thinking like, if I liked someone, it felt like I was betraying our relationship,
Right.
even though we were divorced.
Yeah.
You know, I would get like teary eyed, like, oh, I like someone. This is crazy. I'm betraying our love. It's just, it's insane.
How about would you feel guilty? Like I remember with Kristen and be like, I want to tell her this story about Brie when she was a little girl and found a tampon in the toilet and came running out and was screaming, there's a bloody bone in the toilet to her whole family. Like she had never seen a tampon. And there's like 100 of those, right? There's all these funny stories you accumulate. And you're like, is it cool that I tell my new girlfriend this adorable story about my ex-girlfriend? Or you have
I
like
think it is.
jokes that are fun?
But it's like complex across the board because maybe it's like, does Kristen want to hear about this story? Maybe not. Also, is it fair to Brie?
Yes, right.
That's like, that's my thing with this person.
That's
Do
right.
I bring it over here? Like, it's complicated.
But if it's like Aaron,
of course. Well,
Yeah.
there's no complication there.
I know, but it just, what feels crazy is like, yes, of course, anything Aaron and I have worked on for the last 30 years that's now part of my vernacular is going to come out. And I have no issue with it because
Yeah,
he's
of
a
course.
plutonic friend. But also I have 9 years of this stuff with Brie. That's
know.
part of who I am.
Yeah.
And it feels complicated at times.
I feel like each partner has to kind of hear about all the partners eventually, right?
I don't mind at all personally.
Yeah.
Like I've not been jealous
it's
of
your
her
history.
exes.
Yeah, it's who you
It's
are.
just your life.
Yeah. Okay, so were you in Dublin shooting?
We were shooting all around Wicklow and Dublin. I got to live in this really cute little village that I love so much. Yeah, I love Ireland. I've always loved Ireland, and getting to work there was really, really incredible. The people are very different there. They're so warm. They're so generous of spirit, and they're very happy. And when they're not happy, they're funny. You know, it's like there's just so much character,
Yeah.
and something's going right there in Ireland. You know,
Yeah.
really going right. They had the potato famine, for God's sakes. Like, they should be pissed off.
Right.
But they're doing great.
They should be pissed off.
You know, like you go to other countries and you can really see the hardship
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
people
yeah.
at times. And they don't feel that way. They feel, to me, they feel just so alive, so grateful, and so funny. And they're so clever.
So you did 6. When do you get a sense if you'll get to do more?
I don't know.
You don't know.
We started, tinkering.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough they came to me this really early, so I got to be involved with all the key creative elements. So I worked on the edit extensively. I worked on every script extensively.
Yeah.
We're doing it differently this time if we get to go again, so that I can just focus on the acting when I show up,
Yeah.
because it was really a lot.
Well, I was hooked, so you should feel like that was time well spent.
I'm impressed that you watched it at all.
Oh
It's
no, I
so
loved it. I
nice.
loved it. In fact, it's rare that I call Monica, if ever, and say like, "Oh, I'm fucking hooked. You got to try
I
this
Yeah.
out."
love that
It
so
is rare.
much.
Well, Alicia, this has been lovely, and you gave us so much time,
Yeah,
and I
thank
really
you.
appreciate it. And I don't know if I was at that dinner, but I like to think
Let's
I
just
wasn't.
pretend you weren't
'cause-
or were.
Yeah, because
Well,
I
you
feel like
remember it positively, so we'll pretend like it did happen.
Okay. All right. Well, Alicia, Alicia, I want everyone to watch Irish Blood and then also get ready for
Bugonia.
Halloween, Bugonia.
I'm so excited.
And if you have any interest in an erotic thriller, it's out right now, Pretty Thing.
Ooh.
I do like erotic thriller.
Great.
It's Justin Kelly. He's a great filmmaker.
Awesome.
And this came out yesterday? The 11th?
Irish Blood came out on Monday.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. That's
So
out
it's out.
yesterday.
So
yes.
go. You can
So everyone watch Irish Blood. Thank you so much. I hope we get to do it again. This has been a blast.
This is so much fun.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
He is an armchair expert, but he makes mistakes all the time. Thank God Monica's here. She's gonna let him have the facts.
I'd like to begin with an update.
Okay.
This was sent to us by Rob. And Rob received a message that said, "Hi, guys. I just saw this week's episode with my wife and saw that you were talking about GWAR. I can make that date for Monica happen for real next week at the VIP opening of GWAR's art show, September 12th. I love this. Blothar was just on. Blothar is, I guess, the lead singer.
The new lead singer.
The
Apparently
new
the
lead
old
singer.
one died in like 2014.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Sorry for his loss.
What an incredible name, Blothar. But we're told, here we go. Blothar the Berserker is the current lead vocalist and occasional bassist in the heavy metal band GWAR. He appears as a stout, horned, pig-faced goblin.
Just my type.
That's what I want on my headstone. Here lies Dax Shepard, a stout, horned, pig-faced goblin. Holy shit. How hard would you laugh if you were walking through a cemetery and you saw that?
Okay, so looks like
You're in
something
business.
might be percolating here with the Berserker.
Blothar the Berserker.
So
Whew.
I guess I'll keep everyone updated.
There's an age gap to contend with.
Is.
There's 56, Rob?
Yeah, he's 56.
Yeah, but
57 this month.
okay.
Oh, okay.
So he's 19
still within the
years.
20-year window.
Yeah, look, age actually doesn't bother me
To a degree, right?
to a degree.
Like you want to spend more than a couple years with someone
Depends on
before
how
they
rich
pass
they
on.
are. Speaking of that, I have an update.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
I am days away, from becoming a billionaire.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
How? Boy, a lot happened in the 5 days since I saw you.
I know, I'm sorry.
What? Tell me.
I will be winning the lottery on Saturday.
Okay. And it is for $1 billion?
Yes. Okay. So I've never participated in the lottery,
Right.
and now I'm a gambling addict.
Okay. How did
Okay.
it start and how did we get here?
So on Labor Day, we were I was at a friend's, the Hansons, and everyone was chatting, bunch of people there,
Yeah.
and someone innocently brought up that the jackpot
Yeah.
was at 1 point, maybe just $1
Okay.
billion.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
That's crazy.
crazy,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, oh, that's silly. But then we all started talking about it, and people were like, oh yeah, I'll buy tickets. And
These conversations all go the exact same, right? There's that thing someone goes, it's 1.1 billion. Someone's like, so 550 million
Yeah.
after tax. Someone, right?
Yep, exactly.
So-
Okay, so that means lump sum 500 and something million, and then taxes. So really, it's this,
Okay. Oh, right.
That's
So
what
we're
you
down
have
to
to do.
265
which is
out of
great.
$1 billion.
This is,
It's a lot of money, but whoa, what a hit.
okay, but
Giving up 750K.
or you don't have to. You could take the billion over the 30 years.
Yeah,
You could.
you could. Should you? I don't think so.
Well, I can't because now I'm in a pact. So
Okay.
So we're all discussing this, and then the next day is the last day you can buy tickets. The drawing was that night. So it was Monday. Monday night was the drawing. Sorry, Sunday was Labor Day hang.
Oh.
Monday night was the big drawing.
You were preparing to win a bill.
Yeah, getting excited. The whole what are you going to buy? What would you do? Who's going to change?
Yeah.
Which one of us is going to change?
Yeah, the most. Everyone's going to change.
Who's going to change the most and in what way? And what are you going to do with the money? What are you going to buy?
It's so fun. That's the fun of a lottery ticket.
What would you buy?
It's like a justified dream session.
It's free money. And what would you buy if you won?
I might, I grabbed a Southwest flight out to Nashville the other day.
Yeah. Great. Flies into Burbank. We
With
love that.
D-Money, appreciate the direct flight.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle seat. It's tight.
Yep.
If I had $1 billion and when I flew to Nashville, I could charter a jet. I think that sounds really nice.
Okay.
I mean, I would mostly, before any of that,
Yeah.
let me be clear.
Yeah.
I would give a bunch more money away to a bunch of people that I know
That's
and love.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all have different opinions on that too. Like,
What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna like get my pool. I'm gonna throw money at a situation that's currently happening at the house. It's stressing me out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw money at that
Yeah,
and not try to figure it out. We'll just like take care of that.
that's right.
And then I'm like, good. I'm gonna save it. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But no, I do. I really want to go to a hotel in Los Olivos, which is a couple hours away. It's an auberge hotel. I've been really wanting to go there
Is that
all
in
summer.
Mexico, what you just said?
No, here in California.
What is it?
Los Olivos or Los Olivos.
Okay.
It's like a little wine town.
Okay, great.
Callie's been. She says it's great. And it's just been on my list to go for a while. It's an auberge hotel. And so for me,
it's an auberge hotel.
For me, that's first thing first. I'm going there.
Yeah. Okay, great.
And I've convinced everyone, like, if they win, can we please just go there? Everyone said yes to that.
Okay, great.
So then it's Monday, okay? And we are at...
How many tickets do y'all buy?
I'm not there yet. So there's me, Charlie, Erica, Anna, Jess, and Jess's friend, who I don't know well enough to know if I can out him. So we're all hanging out. It's Jess's birthday.
Okay.
And talking about the lottery. This is when we decide on our pact. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Jess was turning 49.
Mm-hmm.
We're all gonna buy 49 tickets. Okay. And that's great, right? Then we're looking at 300-ish tickets.
Yes.
And we're gonna go to different places. We're all doing this. If you win, you have to give everyone in the pot $3 million.
Okay. That's nice.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We pinky swore on this. It was basically a blood pact.
Yeah.
That's legally binding, I think.
Yeah, big time. Charlie and Erica leave, and
You decided to kick them out?
they had to go. And we had a couple hours until it was closing at 7.
Yeah.
And it was like 5:30. And we're like, okay, well, we gotta go get our tickets. And Jess was like, okay, yeah, here's my $20. And we were like, no, it's 49 tickets each.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was like, I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay.
And then his friend also hadn't heard that. So already there's a fight brewing. Okay? Because no, you can't give 20.
No.
You have to give the equal amount.
Yeah, if you give 20, you're not getting $3 million, you're getting like 1.3.
No, you just can't be in it.
I agree. But even best case.
Best case. But that's what they would probably say. Like, well, we'll just get less. No, that's not how it works.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
That's right.
Yeah.
The whole point is to increase our odds.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So fights were starting, and it was his birthday. So it was like, can't be in a big fight. But Anna and I were getting mad. And also Anna was like, we've been saying 49 for so long.
Yes.
Like, why? What's happening here?
What happened?
So a rift happened in the group. We kicked them out.
Mm-hmm.
We called Charlie and Erica. We said, this is what's going on.
Yeah. Are you under the understanding that it's 49?
Yes.
And are
they
we
were like,
go?
Yes.
Obviously, it's 49.
Obviously. So we left Jess and his friend in the lurch.
Yeah.
Anna and I walked down the street. We got our tickets.
Oh, God. So how many tickets?
So we got
296?
50. No.
Oh, because the
$100 each. So no, sorry. It was $100
Oh, tickets are
per
$2?
team. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought they were $1.
Yeah.
I'm back in the 80s.
I know.
Sorry.
So anywho, we didn't win.
Okay.
Okay? But guess what?
Tell me.
Nobody won.
So what is it now?
So then yesterday was another draw.
Oh my goodness.
And so, okay, no one won on Monday. On Tuesday, we have to have another discussion. The pact has to come back together. Are we doing this again?
Reconvene.
Charlie's like, I think, the rule is if it's over $1 billion, like we got to do it. But for how long?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, this is the dilemma.
Conundrum.
And I said, look, we'll match whatever you decide you want to put in.
Okay.
So he decided they wanted to do half.
Okay. So now in the second round, you can augment the pack.
Well, as long as we're all doing the same.
That's right.
Then
so
it's
now
fine.
we're down to 25, or what are we down to now? 50?
50. 50 tickets total.
For it? Okay.
For all of us.
Okay.
Which
So
isn't
$100
the best. Yeah.
Okay.
And same thing. We were in Pasadena. We walked down the street to our show.
You didn't side buy?
No.
Because you thought it would give you bad luck.
That's unethical.
I thought you may feel that way.
Okay. And also on the phone, we were talking to Charlie and Erica. We were discussing the situation with Jess. I heard Erica say, okay, and then we'll just buy. And I was like, no.
Okay.
And they're already changing by the second.
Yeah.
Before
People's
they've even
integrity.
won.
You're running one of these game theory experiments.
I know. And I'm proud of myself. It's like a beast game,
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself the way I've handled things.
The way you've carried yourself.
Yeah. So he said, we'll do what you do. We went to Pasadena this time.
Sure.
Went to the show. It's also so
What's
funny
the total, though? You're holding out the total.
of how many we've bought.
If it was over $1 billion on the first time, what's it at now?
Okay, so it was at 1.3 yesterday.
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't shoot up way more.
Or I think it was.
So I think a lot of people do what you do. It's like they just spend a lot. Now they actually feel like they need to protect their initial investment.
Exactly.
For the lottery.
So then we didn't win again.
Oh,
I should say the first time one of my Powerballs was right. So I think we won $4.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Put that on the ledger.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay. Then yesterday we didn't win again. Although.
Did anyone win?
No. It's still in play. And guess what it is now? $1.7 billion.
Oh.
Then I was texting with Eric about something else. And I was like, oh, well, I'm about to be a billionaire tonight. So like none of this is relevant. And then he was like, oh yeah. Oh no. He said, my rule is to play if it's over $1 billion. Which I was like, yes, this is a good rule.
A lot of people's rule, I think.
So I asked Charlie and Eric and Anna if we could include Eric in the pact.
Okay. But he's going to do a side.
So yeah, because Eric said he wants to put $500 in.
Okay.
So I said, that's fine. But if you join the pact, put in what we're putting in and have that separate. Like those tickets have to be separate.
Yeah. And you're only getting $3 million off of that.
Exactly. He's just happy with that. And then he's going to have
your thing doesn't make a ton of sense.
Why?
Well, in your pack, doesn't everyone pool all the tickets that were purchased?
No, like we still have
you
ours.
Hold on to your.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Why?
Well, because I think generally a pool would be everyone put in the equal amounts. These are all of our tickets and we split it evenly.
I know.
Yours is like, I'm going to buy 25 tickets. You buy 25 tickets.
Yeah. It's increasing our odds, but it's still like, this is my money.
It's more of an insurance bet on a 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's good.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I personally would be fine us doing it your way, where we put it all in and split.
I want to be clear. I don't know that it's my way. I just think that's the conventional way of pooling.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
But I think some people are like, no, it's my money. I'm not going to feel comfortable splitting it evenly. And that's
what if
fine.
someone just disappeared? Like whoever had the winning ticket. They got so greedy they didn't want to kick out the $9 million.
It could happen.
It could happen. You've watched Mr. Beast.
I
haven't, but I know that was displayed on there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can we address the fact, like, what if you read that Robert Downey Jr. won the Powerball?
Yeah.
You'd be like, you fucking, people would be like, you
people would be mad.
Asshole.
I wouldn't be mad.
So, like, here's what I'm thinking right now. Like, I obviously want to go buy 1,000.
Do you want to join the pact?
Hold on a second. But I'm thinking through how angry I would be.
Of course.
I was broke and I saw that Ben Affleck just won $1 billion.
Listen.
So it might be a big law. It might not be ethical for me to participate.
I have mixed feelings on this.
Give it
all away, but you won't.
Most of it away.
Yep.
Okay.
Now listen.
I want a little something too. We all want a little something.
I know. And this is a dilemma because I feel mixed on this. I feel like, yeah, you're already rich.
Like Letterman won the lotto. Come on.
I know. But also, I feel like, so what's he supposed to do? Not participate in fun games?
I know.
Because he's rich. This goes back to White
Christmas.
Elephant.
That's right. I knew it was all the original wound.
It all circles back to White Elephant. Why am I even going?
Why would I play? Yeah. If everyone's going to be so mad I got the good gift.
Exactly. Then why even go?
Yeah,
and then people are like, oh, she's too good to come to my party. Like, this is
But hold
bad.
on. I'm gonna say for myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, yeah. You got a ton of good luck. The one thing that you're not going to be able to do is like play the lotto. It's like,
sure.
Part of me is like, it feels unjust, but then also like, yeah, it feels like that's okay.
Well, somebody has to win. And if you win and you give most of it away, that's better actually in theory for the world than somebody is going to keep it all.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
Okay, so what is the amount?
Yeah.
How much money does someone have to have before they cannot play the lottery?
And what percentage do you have to give away to not be a piece of shit?
And do you have to give away to strangers or friends
I would really want to do something in the foster world.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so.
But are you going to join the pact? Because actually, I feel like you not joining the pact is bad. Like, because
really?
Yeah, because I kind of feel like that is even more selfish. It's like, I'm not joining your pact. I don't want to give you guys $3 million each. I'm just in it for myself. See, that's tricky.
I agree, but I might also tip your pact into no shot of winning. Because the sim and universe are going to be like, you already won the lottery, buckaroo.
I know, so did I.
And so there's no way we're letting you win. So do I fuck up your pact?
But Eric said that this is a good test of the sim. Because if one of us wins, then like the sim's definitely real. But I said, no, I don't think the sim's that obvious.
Right.
We are not going to win because it's a sim. And then he said, it's going to go to someone who thinks their life is going to get so much better. Like that all their worries are going to go away. They're going to be happy. And then he said, so it might go to Charlie. And then he said,
okay.
So it was good for you to partner with him.
Okay. Yeah.
And Charlie did make that clear. He does think it's going to fix all his problems.
Yeah. It'll solve a lot of them.
It will solve a lot, but it won't solve the existential ones, and it won't solve love ones.
Yeah, but I'm coming now more full circle.
Okay.
I'm coming more for
what do you
full
mean?
circle.
About what?
Well, it's like, it didn't cure my thing. That was my first realization. It didn't cure my existential dilemmas.
Yeah.
My self-esteem wasn't elevated by it, which I was hoping.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be, but I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm in this place of like enormous gratitude, and I go, no. Like, in fact, we were just saying this on our trip, like talking with Molly and Eric, and it's like, wherever you go, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
That saying's true.
Yeah.
But being in an environment where it's like 136 degrees outside and the wind's blowing sand across your face the whole time versus being somewhere like Hawaii, where it's just very calming and lush around you, that has to have an impact on you.
Yeah.
Your environment's definitely
has a huge impact on you.
So that's part of money does make you happier, and that you can be in an environment that you
100%.
are much calmer and happier in.
Yeah. Money definitely increases happiness. There is no question about that. Yeah. But it is capped.
Oh, yeah.
It is not, it cannot buy you. I mean, it can kind of buy you people, but those are not real relationships. And those aren't ones that are actually fill anyone up.
Have any value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I believe that's the only thing you really need is people in love in those relationships. And money really cannot buy you honest
No,
relationships.
you can be awfully miserable with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
if you have a baseline.
yes, of course it makes your life so much easier. I mean, and yes and no, because even like, yeah, you have more money and you buy more things and you owe more money and you stress out about that. And then it's all relative. Like, because most people aren't smart enough, including me, to have money and then say like, I'm just not going to spend it. I'm just going to buy exactly what I need
and let the money
more.
abate my fear.
Yes, that's not what we do. We buy more things and have more things that cost more money and require you to have more money.
Yeah.
And it's
a treadmill.
Really fucking awful treadmill. Anyway, but like when I win the bill, I think I'll finally feel good. Safe.
Will you fly private ever?
No, I don't. I mean, if I have to.
Because you're scared.
I don't like
yeah,
it.
It scares you.
I mean, if I had to, I would, but that's not how I would spend it. I would definitely spend it on first class travel.
Yeah.
Maybe in Emirates. That was ideal.
Oof. Yeah.
Safety. I want it for safety.
I know.
But I want everything for safety, and it doesn't work. It does not work.
Right. You have to. That's what's crazy. You have to decide you're safe. Speaking of which, Man's Search for Meaning. Man's Search for Meaning is one of the most
popular books,
heralded books, always on everyone's top 5 recommendation. I was positive I read it. And I'm like, I've forgotten most of it. I'm going to reread it. I don't think I've read it.
Oh.
But
did you like it?
It's, I'm just starting, but it's incredible.
Oh.
And yeah, here's a man who was a psychologist who was put in Auschwitz.
Oh my God.
And his like even-sidedness of the experience is so fascinating. And again, how he finds meaning.
Yeah.
And how you identify yourself. And it's talking about how people, since once you got in there, they shaved your head, took all your belongings. And now when you're meeting people, you're kind of free to say you were anybody.
Yeah, it
you could say
your
you were a
identity.
doctor. Well, you can actually inflate your previous status. But I was like, oh, that's like a detail I wouldn't have thought of. Like, oh, people are like, oh, I kind of can say I'm anybody I want now. It's interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as we're talking about $1 billion, it does feel crazy. It feels crazy that there are things happening in the world. There are so many starving people. And then there's like $1 billion someone's going to get.
Yeah.
Also, where does the California lottery money go?
To, in theory, education.
Okay.
All of these lottery bills that were passed across the country, really in the 80s, I think.
Go to education?
That was the premise. But, what percentage goes to education?
Well, in Georgia,
it funded your college.
That's right. So I feel like I owe the Georgia lottery some money back.
I think they have varying success rates.
Yeah.
Well,
it worked
state to
there.
state.
I wish they would adopt that here.
Yeah. The casino proposition hasn't really bore the fruit they were hoping. That was also how they sold casinos in states, is like it's going to go to education.
Yeah.
In my experience in some of those casinos is like, I think it's more kind of preying on the people who are most broke already. And I don't know if that's how we get our education, that can't be right. If that's how we fund it.
Okay, do you think if you win, you should give everyone who contributed to the lottery like at least $1?
I think logistically that would cost probably $3 for every dollar you distributed.
Okay.
Could be costly. I hope I didn't yuck your yum on your pack.
No, I would love you to join the pack.
Okay, what's the buy-in tonight?
We haven't decided yet. We have till Saturday. Saturday is the next straw.
Okay.
I would like to go back up.
Well, I'm going to want to go up.
I know.
If we're going to play.
See, this is going to be tricky because I think now, but it's okay. Well, I'll put in a pile to the pact.
Yeah.
And then I think at this point, people want to do side money. They can do side money.
Okay, everything's on the table.
But there is going to be a certain amount. My guess is going to be it's $100.
If we show up on the next fact check, what outfit should we be wearing? Like, are we in superhero outfits? Are we in pilgrim outfits? I think we should just have a visual nod that just, we don't want to trigger anyone, but if you're watching, looks like they won $1 billion because they're both in sailor outfits.
Okay.
So you can pick.
I'd love to go ballerina.
Great. Yeah, if we're both in full
tutu leotard.
Onesies, singlets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Want to do some fackies?
Yeah. Facts for Alicia.
Silverstone.
Yes. Now, this is sort of a ding, ding, ding to earlier because Alicia, you'd be surprised. She married someone in a punk band.
Yeah.
And you'd probably be surprised, but except not really when you get to know her.
Once you get to know her, also that her best friend is Woody Harrelson's a surprise. If you're just basing everything on Clueless,
exactly,
there's a lot of surprises that come your way.
Yeah. I really liked her. I enjoyed her a lot.
Too.
She was so cool.
Yes.
Very self-assured.
Yep.
She's been around for so long, obviously, and you could like feel it.
Yes. And again, just the gap between who she is and what she got famous for is one of the more enormous gaps I've ever witnessed.
I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. It's really fun.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else I might put in that category. Oh, I know who also
Who?
is Handmaid's Tale.
Elizabeth Moss. That's so true.
Elizabeth Moss was so fun and playful.
And light.
And every role is like she is going through it and she feels so dark and
so
tortured.
True.
Yeah, that's a
an
good
actor
one.
right there.
Mm-hmm. That's an acted motherfucker right there.
Yeah. Okay, now some facts. What show was Rob Lowe on when Alicia was on Mismatch? Because they had to do press together.
Right.
I found it. It is The Lion's Den. It was in 2003.
Oh, film or show?
Show.
Was he a lion?
It's
Tamer?
Lyons.
Oh, okay.
Okay, she mentioned Got Milk commercials, and it was a real throwback for me because I used to collect those ads.
I know.
And I had
in your binder.
such a good collection. It's so fun to collect things. Oh, you really got in my head. Ding, ding, ding. So today's episode that's out, sorry, not for the listener, go back a couple. We had Amanda on who wrote the book, Destroy This House, a memoir.
Yeah.
And she talked about hoarding.
Yes.
So we get into a lot of hoarding in that, which is really wild.
Yeah.
And interesting.
Yeah.
And
I feel like I'm suffocating as soon as I think about hoarding.
Yeah. And I think on maybe a fact check after that or something, you said that I'm like, I could be a hoarder, except that I'm good at giving stuff away.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
At the rate you collect, it could easily tip, but you're great at expelling.
So I've been in my head about hoarding a little bit.
Okay. Is this why you gave my daughter an outfit yesterday?
Yeah. So, I let her borrow some shoes.
I know.
Did you see what?
Yeah. Yes.
She needed to borrow some shoes.
Right.
We're the same size right now.
Are you guys the same size
Yeah, that's why
shoe?
she wanted to borrow.
Oh, wow.
It's really cute for probably only a very short time. So she should borrow as much as she can now.
She should. She should go crazy.
But yeah, I did a huge closet clean out because of the conversation.
Yeah.
And the girls came over, all the girls, and they took stuff. And that's always so fun.
Yeah.
And then I had to clean out all my vases. I started to feel like, oh my God, I do. I have so much stuff everywhere. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I asked a few people, but most people said they felt like I wasn't a hoarder.
Okay.
So that was good assurance.
Yeah, I don't think you are.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not.
You know, I'm just prone to thinking I might have things.
You're a real dichotomy. It's no peer pressure. Can't be convinced of anything might be fun, but you could be convinced you're a man.
Yes, that's right.
And then you're a hoarder.
A man, a hoarder, real.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't really know.
It's dichotomy. Maybe that's why you're so opposed to peer pressure, because you know you're a little vulnerable to suggestion.
Maybe. Do you think I could sell my collection of Got Milk ads for like $40 $1,000?
I don't. I really don't. No. I mean, people collect some bizarre stuff, but I
Rob,
think
can
you
you
might have
look
been
on
one of the
eBay?
few
Yeah.
people who had a got milk collection.
I think
Exactly.
I actually
Very rare.
I collected them too.
Fuck. Oh my God.
Guys.
Maybe it's a millennial thing. What was your favorite one?
I would just take them out of Sports Illustrated.
How many did you have?
Not that many.
I had a lot.
What are the odds I'm sitting with two people who had a got
Maybe
milk
it's an
collection?
age thing.
I think it might be whatever the connective tissue is that makes this whole thing work. Like, I think if I had to hire anyone new, I would be like, first question, did you collect got milk ads? And if they said yes, I'd be like, you're hired.
Rob, did you like hang them or did you have them in a binder?
I think I had them ripped out in a binder.
Yeah, that's how you did it.
That was the move.
Yeah. Now, please look on eBay and see what like binders of these are running these
They're
days.
just like $15 to buy a print.
One print?
Yeah.
I could really make some money.
How many do you have?
A lot. No, a lot.
100?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Next time I'm home.
Okay, count
I
them.
thought I brought them back, but maybe I didn't. I have like really cool ones, like a Sarah Michelle Gellar.
When you finally move into your house, you're going to have to get a U-Haul and like unload your parents' house.
I know we've talked about that.
I bet you have.
Yeah.
I bet they're like, when are you going to unload some
They
of
are
this stuff?
TikToking.
Yeah. Are they going to downsize?
No, they already live in a shack.
They live in a big house.
No, they live in.
Like a 4,000 square foot house.
Oh my God, you love square foot
do.
footage.
How else are we going to talk about
I
how big a
don't know
house
about-
is? It's the metric.
They could have gotten a bigger house and never did. So they're like happy where
Okay.
they are.
Even with,
Their room is on the first floor. So they,
that's key.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good.
That's why I can't die in this house. It's the stairs.
Why? There's a room and there's a guest house. There's a million places where you don't have to do
Yeah, I'd
that.
have to move out of
The
the
bedroom.
master bedroom.
You already said you were going to do that anyway
yeah, I was
right
thinking
now.
about it, yeah. I haven't yet, though.
Okay, that's a good update. Okay, Beverly Hills High Dance Group. It's called Dance Company.
Okay.
'Cause she was really close.
Yeah.
Or right. I
Almost
don't
got
remember. Okay, best music videos of all time.
The top 100. No.
It's my birthday. Video killed the radio star. 100.
Video killed the
99.
radio.
Okay, fine. I'll do top 10.
Thank you. You can do top 20. How's that feel? Good birthday compromise?
No, it's like either it's all or nothing. It's
top
100 or
25.
it's a
You
10.
can do top 25.
Really?
That's a good one.
I'm going to do top 10.
Okay.
Because it's my birthday, but I like giving gifts to others.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, this is from Rolling Stone. I'm going to go 10 to 1.
Okay.
You're going to be mad.
Okay.
But I don't want you to argue. This is Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 10, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean.
Great video.
Number 9.
That's dancing on the tiles that light up.
Oh, yeah. That is a great video.
Yeah, great.
Number 9, Guns N' Roses, November Rain.
Can't remember it.
Okay.
ZZ Top better be on here.
8, Peter Gabriel, Sledgehammer.
Sure. Iconic. The dancing models.
7, D'Angelo, Untitled, How Does It Feel? He's
know.
naked.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he's got great obliques.
6, Beastie Boys, Sabotage.
Yeah, incredible. Directed by her director,
Oh, Spike Jonze?
Spike Jonze.
Really?
Yeah, great video.
Okay, 5 is New Order, The Perfect Kiss.
Oh, wow. I loved New Order, and I don't know that video.
It's not ringing any bells.
Oh.
Okay.
I got to watch it. That's part of my homework now.
Ooh, great. 4, Childish Gambino, This Is America.
What a video.
Incredible.
What a video.
Oh, look at him.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
him.
So sexy.
3, Madonna, Vogue. Yes.
You gotta have that in there.
2, Johnny Cash, Hurt.
I wouldn't put it there, but I do love that song, and it's a cool video.
Number 1, Beyonce, Formation. Okay, you're mad. I know. I already know you're mad. I told you you'd be mad.
Just can't believe Thriller's not.
I know
number
you're
one.
upset about that.
I think that thing had a budget bigger than a Hollywood movie.
Let me look to see where it is. It's got to be on here somewhere. 11 is George Michael, Freedom.
Yeah, that's
That's
holds.
big. That has the supermodels in it.
Yeah.
Beyonce,
There's a theme
Single
here. You
Ladies,
put supermodels in your video, and that's going to make
Nirvana, Take On Me.
the top. Take
White
on
Stripes.
me. Ooh. That's my current obsession right now. I'm so obsessed with Jack White. I can't stop. I'm reading about him nonstop.
Ooh, I really want to have him on. Okay, Kiss is on here. Duh. 18 though. You're not gonna. I'm at 20.
That's crazy.
Ooh, 99 Problems 23. That's a classic. Okay. 25.
Oh my God, something's wrong here. They forgot about it somehow.
California Love.
Yeah.
Great one.
Or maybe they're protesting Michael Jackson.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe they felt
Billie
dicey
Jean
about
was 10.
at 10.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe they felt dicey about putting him at number 1.
Well, but they would still include him in.
Like no one's going to put The Cosby Show as the top 5 comedy of all time, and it is.
It is, yeah.
1,000%, but
Yeah.
it would never make a top 10
No, but
sitcoms of all
well,
time.
he made the top 10, so we can't say that. It just
I
didn't. They
know.
picked Billie Jean. Oh, Britney Spears, Baby One More Time. That should be 5. It's 30. All right. Well, I'm sorry to tell you.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's really something. Write in the comments if you think if you're outraged by that.
Okay. When did Liv Tyler find out Steven Tyler was her dad?
Great question.
She was 11
Okay.
at an Aerosmith concert in
Yeah.
August 1988.
Okay.
Her mother brought her to the show and revealed the truth, which
Yeah.
Liv had suspected after noticing her resemblance to Steven.
Yeah.
She confirmed the paternity through a test around age 11 or 12 and publicly changed her surname to Tyler when she was 11 or 12 as well.
Yeah. So I had it pretty right.
Yeah. Floppy trunk syndrome. Very bad. Very bad.
It just feels so synonymous with erectile dysfunction.
I know, but
yeah.
it's not. It's a condition affecting African elephants where their trunks become paralyzed or severely weakened, hindering their ability to eat, drink, and communicate. That's really sad.
I know. There's some weird fact about how many muscles they have in their trunk, and it's
Really?
an insane amount.
40,000.
40,000
Wow.
muscles in that trunk.
It says this makes it one of the most muscular structures in the animal kingdom.
Yeah, great.
I love elephants.
I love them the most.
No, I love them the most.
Okay. I love them second most.
Great. You can't love them the most because you love primates the most. I'm always teaching you about mosts.
I know.
Man.
And best.
Yeah. Okay. I do want to say people are going to notice this probably and like, don't comment. She said Mary J. Blige.
Mm-hmm.
I kept it because it was, normally that's something I would cut because she didn't mean to say that. She meant to say Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
But it was uncuttable because it was important for the story. And
it's
for
okay.
me, I was like, it's just telling because she says like, I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
And the whole point is that she didn't know Mary J. She was talking about the animals.
Yeah.
And so it was actually in keeping with her sweetness.
Yes.
But it is Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
When did Marvel start and when was that in the timeline of the Batman movie? So Iron Man 2008 can claim the banner as the first of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. 2008.
Yeah. Jon
Batman was 97.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it.
All right. Love you.
Love you.